for you. This one is from Code Blue Cam, and it is Teen's perfect robbery plan ruins his life in minutes. Haven't seen it? Let's go. I don't like thieves.
Stop kicking.
Okay. Look, I know this is just the very first part, but criminals commit crimes, they're all tough, and they steal and do these things, and then they cry like babies when they're caught or scream like that.
Police received reports of a robbery turning deadly at a store. Multiple officers were quickly dispatched to get the situation under control. But
Shout out to Sheriff Zerner from Kenosha County, Wisconsin.
little too late.
764, start back for the clerk. You got OC spray.
What was that you just spit out? What's that?
He sprayed me and sprayed him. He beat the hell out of me.
Around 4:35 p.m. on January 3rd, 2025, the officers were alerted to a robbery at a store in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The caller advised that the robbers were armed, and the situation was quickly spiraling out of control. Officers were immediately dispatched to the scene, and upon arrival, they soon discovered how bad the situation really was.
Oh, dang, the door's off the hinges and everything?
Hey, we got some movement back here.
Alright, so these are, you show up, and this is what you see. You see a door, you know there's a robbery. So, depending on how many of you there are, you're going to want to make sure you cover the back so the suspect doesn't make it out the back. You've also got to have somebody covering the front. You also have to, you don't know if it's an active robbery, so you might have to make a dynamic entry into the building and check all the different aisles, all the while making sure somebody doesn't slip out behind you out the front door again. So these are all the things that you're starting to kind of get process in your head. And it looks to me like two cars show up. Now they see moving behind the store. Let's see what they do. But those are all the things that immediately I start to think about. And you don't know who it is. So all the people you're going to come in contact with, patrons in the store, store clerks, you got to decide whether they are the suspects or they are the victims. Because sometimes suspects will act like victims if they get caught red-handed.
I heard some movement.
764, the squad's on this. The clerk motioned that they ran out the back.
You alright? Where'd they
You
go?
see that a lot in these cases.
This way. I sprayed my...
Okay,
What
bring it around back.
What they look like? The two skinny. What were they wearing? What were they wearing? The black shirts. Hoodies.
Okay.
Like this. One wearing that.
764, it's going to be two juvenile male blacks wearing masks.
Okay. So you want the...
Description is important. So one of the first things we do when we look for suspects is get a description. As a matter of fact, when I was taking police testing, this is what they tested you on. One of the questions was a description, like they give you a scenario and then they come back and ask you, in the scenario where the two suspects was one wearing white jeans and a blue hoodie, and so they kind of test you on this, but they find out what it is so they can put it out over the radio.
Yeah, you have something?
No, we don't have anything for your face right now. Do you need medical attention?
No.
Look, I hate pepper spray. I hate it. I hate using it. I never used it. This guy got pepper sprayed, and then you can see it's having an effect even on the officer here as well.
Oh, jeez.
He said black hoodies.
You said all black?
Yeah, two guys.
764, start back for the clerk. You got OC spray.
Let's get some water.
All you can do is really wash your face and just tough it out. Honestly, get it off. Every time you put water back on it, it reactivates it. You kind of just have to tough it out.
Sit down. Sit down right here. Up that. Sit down right here. Jesus Christ. Hey, right now.
Hey, boss. Look at me real quick.
There's another kid in here with... Come on out. You get hit in your face?
He hit them. He hit them bad. And I hit them back too. Should I put a water in my eye?
It sounds like they scrapped it out.
That's what I'm trying to.
We got the ambulance, the right ambulance coming. They'll take care of it. Oh, no, trust me, I got wipes.
They're right. Once he puts water on that, it might feel good for a second, but then it just reactivates it. So let fire come in and deal with it. They're right. And really, you don't want people going back in the store. I don't even know that they've even cleared the store yet. We don't know if the suspects are in the bathroom still. We don't really know. Or in the back room, the storage room. I feel like they probably should have checked all that immediately. And I don't, unless we missed it on the body camera, I haven't seen that.
What was that that you just spit out? What's that?
Blood bank.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what that is. Can you open it out for us? Are you missing any teeth? No?
Go see your hands.
Hey, sir. Do you know how to... Are your eyes okay? Yeah, and bless. Your eyes are okay? No?
Did you get his elbow?
Yeah, I got his elbow.
After both victims were properly attended to by EMS, officers began investigating and assessing the damage. And that's when they discovered a shocking pattern.
Negative. It's a crime scene. Sorry.
Okay, where my nephew?
Oh.
It's not inside. Who's...
Where did he go? They told me he was over. He's tall
Okay.
and skinny.
Okay. What's his last name? Was he supposed to be coming over here to get snacks or something, sir?
He's an adult.
We have no adults besides the two victims inside.
He was supposed to come over here to get him some snacks.
They pepper sprayed 2 males in here and then ran off trying to steal something. Right now it's a strong arm robbery.
This kid, since we opened, have a problem. I told him ID. Because of that, we got a couple tickets because if we don't give them, they took stuff and run away. Show me your ID and I give you the cigarette. No. Then other kids hit me. Then he came out, then they fight. I came outside to tell him to come inside. He sprayed me and sprayed him and come inside. He beat the hell out of him.
After reviewing the victim's statements, officers took a screenshot of the teenage boys from the surveillance footage and put all units in the area on high alert to locate and apprehend them.
Unless we have eyes on these guys.
Within minutes of the search,
So one of the things is when you have a beat and you're a police officer at a beat, you know which cars belong. Typically, you know who belongs in the neighborhood. You know when something's out of the ordinary, and that's why it's important that a guy really gets to know his beat or her beat when they have a beat. So that in a situation like this, it helps him when you're looking for somebody.
officer spotted an individual who fit the description of one of the boys. But when he approached him to confirm, he hadn't expected the sudden shift in the teen's attitude.
Okay. What's up? Hey, 9.
Hey, bro, come here. You got any weapons on you? You got any weapons on you?
Yeah.
What do you got? Hold still.
Sorry.
What do you got on you? What are you doing, man? What do you got on you?
Put in cuffs.
All right, put him in the cuffs.
You.
Yeah, there you go.
6950, we're on with 1. The 16th Ave and 61st Street. Which one's got your back?
740 South, what's on one detained? You guys don't see him.
Hey, just stay there. See your eyes?
Oh, someone just got pepper
Fits the description. Black male, tall.
Take the wheel of a new 2026 Sportage Hybrid and set out on your next adventure from Charlie's Kia. Enjoy impressive range and a standard 12.3-inch curved touchscreen display with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Click now to view.
Running through the night. Follow if you want. You can find me on a skylight. Stomp my feet and I go bye-bye. Floating through the elevator of my mind's eye. I'm fine. Feeling dizzy like a rascal, baby, I'm grime. And if you wanna square up, then I am Einstein. Taking gravity bombs back at high times. Find me on a weeknight, middle of a street fight. Smoking on a peace pipe, trying to get my teeth fixed right. I've been making the A's, breaking records of pace. And I need another win like the devil needs a fireplace. Smoking in the back room, sitting in the black tomb, screaming in the quiet place, hoping they'll come back soon. Fuck it, man, I'm tired, mate. It's really pretty pointless when you're sitting at a higher rate. Looking for a hideaway, smoke some and hibernate. I am great. Beat on, running till the night we come. Beat on, follow if you want me one, Beat on, running till the night we come. Beat on, follow if you want me one, People going crazy, yeah, we losing control. The heat is getting hotter like the fire below. Yeah, I'm about to lose it, man, seen it before. About to hit the limit, watch my lid it explode. So now I'm going back to California. Cause I've been all around and all the way, nothing for me. I'm flipping over tables at my local saloons. I'm out on hunt for something nice to give me eyes to moon. No, I ain't got time for a decline. And I'm fine with the fact that I ain't fine. If you see me come on, keep on running, shit in the flow. The heat is getting hotter like the fire below. Yeah, I'm about to lose it, man, I've seen it before. About to hit the limit, watch my lid it explode. No, I ain't got time for a decline. And I'm fine with the fact that I ain't fine, let it go. Beat on, running till the night we come. Beat on, follow if you want me one, Beat on, running till the night we come. Beat on, follow if you want me one, Beat on, running till the night we come. Beat on, follow if you want me one. This is hip hop, feel like pocket grand lock. Fuck the world, yeah, that's the code we live by. This is real life shit, this ain't no improv shit. My family rent hot, hold up, check my wristwatch. We ain't got no time to be playing on no TikTok, on no Instagram. Got the grams by the zip like the fire on the state. They never seen us this hot. Whole team on going when you pulling up at quick stops. Wait till this shit drop. Looking broke inside of the session, just an adolescent. Been teaching rappers valuable lessons. They can feel it in my presence. I'm not your ordinary, no. Slept on yourself cause you was too busy chasing my flow. I'm chasing my dream, but my team is making it grow. Ain't no escaping this shit like getting high when you low. But I feel amazing. They tell me I'm destined for greatness. I'm focused, not racing, going hard on a regular basis. Benjamin Franklin, dead president faces. In my pockets, some murderers behind the pen like correctional stations. Pressure ain't nothing but precedence.
You're welcome.
We all witnesses to hell on earth. Heaven's awakening, and I'ma walk the gates, walk of faith. But it's better than me, they're not these dread with the dirty hands going. Stay rational, spreading love through this music we're making. It's all natural.
Yeah, that's probably going to be low testosterone. You know, when I hit my 30s and 40s, I started feeling that as well. Started maybe putting on a little bit of belly fat. I realized I needed some more testosterone. Over the years, I've looked for really good products that will help with that.
Drunk as shit, on a pirate ship, and some shackles in the brig with a couple cracked ribs, thinking, son of a bitch, how'd I get in a cinch? Oh yeah, rubbing the bitch out, could I foresee? I ain't make a deal to never really reveal the X marks the spot, but fuck what they got, I am what they're not, I take the whole pot, leave them on a rod, and come out on top. Alright, escape plan is night, a ship creeps in size, I hide from the light, the keys on his side, I had to take his life so I could take flight, and in this tonight, I made it to the sand on a moonlit night. Saw a shadow of a man, so I knew I had to fight. I wait for the lull, I brace for the pull of knife against knife and skull against skull. Hey, love, I'm high again, stuck on an island. Skeletons are all that I know. Stand till my time will end. I'll light that torch again. Goodbye to the island glow. Yo, ahoy there, shipping me timbers, a scurvy suit soup. I got you swimming ashore up in my pigeon coop. So may you tell me what the hell you think you're doing here? And may you tell me if you got some extra food to spare? Cause I've been stranded, left here barehanded. I was feeling hungry, fuck that, I'm famished. Give me all you got, I won't cause no damage. I know that you hit from my gold, you're red-handed. They call me Tandy, Randy? No Tandy. Candy's getting pissed and bounce to get handsy. About to lose my shit, a fucking chimpanzee. This island is my home and now you trespassing. Spill your guts and spit the truth out. Are you a friend or a foe? I'm a bloodhound. Your choice, you can sleep deep with Davy Jones, or I can place your skull upon his crossbones.
Sail off, I'm high again, stuck on our island. Skeletons are all that I know. Stand till my time will end. I'll light that torch again. Goodbye to the island glow. Yo.
Hey there, Tandy, right where you're standing. That is my goal, and I dug the hole that came from my boat that I just escaped. And we can settle this with a little game of fate.
Never find us keepers, are solid with my peepers. I dug up your gold and filled up my sneakers. I hid your jewels where there's no place to flee. If you want your treasure back, then you gotta kill me.
Well, I tried to be amicable, but you're just an animal, and I cannot stand it while you act like a cannibal. I pulled out my pistol and I pointed it to Wreck, and he said,
hey, what's that?
So I turned for a second.
Man, I can't believe it worked, though, this trick in the bug. Now there's time to grab my gun, cause I got him to love.
I turned back around, guns pointed ahead. Then we both pulled the trigger and the skeleton said,
Sail off, I'm high again, stuck on our island. Skeletons are all that I know. Stand till my time will end. I'll light that torch again. Goodbye to the island glow. Sail off, I'm high again, stuck on our island. Skeletons are all that I know. Stand till my time will end. I'll light that torch again. Goodbye to the island glow. Yo ho.
Okay. So they just identified him over the radio.
Lorraine Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements. Yes, we do. And you know what else is true? I really am standing on top of this big truck.
You can't use it, use a goddamn lie.
Gonna write a note, folks.
Use a goddamn lie.
Lady, let me show you how it's supposed to be. Every lie you tell's another beat upon your rosary. Baby, count your sins before you go to sleep. You may not be praying, but I know you've been down on your knees. Call me non-believer, you can call my ass a skeptic. Serving up some bullshit, man, I think I skipped that breakfast. I ain't even trying to bite, feeling anorexic. Leaving letters in the fire, take my shit and exit. Cause you's a goddamn lie. You must have lost your goddamn mind. Cause you's a goddamn lie. You must have lost your goddamn mind.
Use a goddamn lie. Use a goddamn lie.
Lady, now I'm gonna gun something dumb. Tell me, does your new friend that you found like the sound of guns? Baby, pull the hammer back with my thumb. Get this party started, everybody, are we having fun? Cold 45, you can drink from my revolver. This ain't holy water, this is dirty as a dollar. If I see the man, I might just let the musket holler. Broken man, woman scorned, crying at the altar. Cause you's a goddamn lie. You must have lost your
63 degrees, it's beautiful and sunny, late breeze.
goddamn lie. You must have lost your goddamn
Move along, yeah, I'm on my way. And all of these troubles are Lord just be close to my condolence. And I don't find problems with people, I just find love in my equals. Demons, they try slowing me down. These attempts of people, I got no reason for lying. I find no reason in treason. Because in followers, bitches thinking like me. And yes, I know what they doing. Yeah, I know what they trying. No, I don't waste my time.
Because I know that they lying. Because you's a goddamn liar. You must have lost your goddamn minds. You definitely lost your goddamn minds. You's a goddamn liar. Say hello to PETA for me. You's a goddamn liar. You's a goddamn liar. Hey, what's up?
Then you need to cooperate with what we're telling you to do, okay? Sure. Yeah. You take anything? I don't know. You don't know if you took anything? If you did, what would it be? Okay. I'm asking for you to help you. Did you take any kind of drugs? Answer the question.
The best, Daddy. You do it the best.
Did you take anything?
He is all over the place.
I am everything that I said I am. Keep my shit tight, man. Motherfucking Hoover, damn. And I crack it anytime soon. My mindset is fine tune. This world will be mine soon. Show down in high noon, sharp as a harpoon. Crash like a monsoon, style like a costume. I'm constantly awesome. Voice fresh as spring, yo, my beats about to blossom. Caution, get out the pit when I'm moshing. My friends are a high, yeah, I'm nice and I got them that way. We bows on parade, my bowls full of weed, man. Higher than a pterodactyl, you can call me caveman. California raisin, hear me through the grapevine. 30 BB days again, but man, I'm feeling just fine. I be out in Vegas while your bitches use the state line. I ain't never stopping till I finally feel like I mine. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is on blood and thicker than water, like Rudy's never say die. Cause Cooley's never say Cooley's never say die.
Preferably tell us what kind of drug.
Hey, no, for real. I can go to jail, please.
I keep it cool, right? I'm like an avalanche. I get stupid when I want to, Rain Man. I keep it flowing now. I do the rain dance. Man, everybody loves me, call me Rain Man. Here I go. I be getting so high like I'm standing on my tippy toes. Spread my wings and fly, but I got 2 arms where my wings should go. Hungry as an animal, tearing down the devil's door. He's selling me a soul for all the lyrics in my arsenal. Eyes red, lungs full, half mask of black gold. I'm about to kill this beat and throw it in a drowning pool. Airline style, cool, lyrics fresh, jet fuel. On this track, no looking back, I'm hippie like a hacky sack. Smoother than a Cadillac, these MCs needed Medivac. Yeah, I lost my shit, but bitch, you know I got my passion back. Locked inside my temper trap, I'm laughing at y'all pussy cats. Cause I ain't never stopping till the top is what I'm looking at. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is on blood and thicker than water, like Rudy's never say die. Cause Cooley's never say Cause Cooley's never say die.
Get cleared by a doctor before they come in our jail, and we take responsibility. Because after that, we pay for their hospital visits, all of that stuff. If they hurt somebody,
okay, listen up, kiddos. I'm a shark, you're a minnow. Balls on your chin, call your bitch Jay Leno. Don't go swimming, cause your shit sounds menstrual. And we ain't here to play Dr. Dre South Central. Spit barbiturates to make you rub your tits and shit. Have your body moving, shaking hips with throwing fits. Willie sitting high, just as out of time as 9 now. I'm for my DeLorean, Marty McFly. Yeah, anybody home, 2 spliffs to the dome. It's a headshot, dreadnought noobs get honed. Yeah, I fucking said it, it was so last year. I got a pack full of gear and a trunk full of beer. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is on blood and thicker than water, like Rudy's never say die. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is on blood and thicker than water, like Rudy's never say die.
You know who I am?
Oh no, he had a belt too.
Alright, go home. What are we thinking, jail or hospital? Hey Tom, what are we doing with them? Meds here? Alright.
While he was being checked, his mother arrived at the police station and seemed to have an idea of what was wrong with her son before learning about the consequences he would be facing.
Hello, Officer Mendez, Kenosha Police. What information were you looking at?
What's going on?
We won't be able to share a ton of information.
Okay, so in this situation where the mom shows up, he was 17, 16, 15, totally different story. 18, he's an adult. So whatever they share with the mom at this point is out of sheer just hoping to find getting some answers or find out maybe if they should provide a little information or crime. They're under no obligation to tell the mother anything about what's going on with their son.
So we aren't aware of anything like that. Is he diagnosed with anything in particular?
Okay, medical issues are not special needs, so
He's kind of going around that weird, curious area if something health related or if he consumed something and if he He said he got a text message earlier that said he wasn't called me. He called me. He was in custody. So, for this
You cannot stop me, I'm not fighting. Let me get lost in my darling.
You cannot stop me, I'm not fighting.
this is the problem. Moms like this, who don't want to accept the fact that
Lately
their
I've
son
been
is a
lazy, God.
criminal.
God in my mind like a
He's
crazy
laying
God. Moment to not
straight
take a baby
pepper
spike.
sprays,
Wishing I'd be deep
into
right.
other
Floating around like a baby
corn
time.
cup.
Fucking the sky like a baby fly. Shit ain't
And
real like a
already
baby
trying
night.
to
So back on
cover
the ground
for
till my
it. Why
baby's
doesn't
fried.
she just
Sitting
listen
in
to
the
what they
shadows of
have?
the battle, that I can't escape. I'm bleeding while I'm bleeding on my lot of cake. One punch, one kick. Tighten like a man to make it. Yeah, that feel crazy. Step out of my own space.
charges on top of that. He's kind of acting out a little bit. And we had to essentially restrain his voice. So he's trying to kick our guys. He's trying to fight to control both so he's not hurting us or using him to hurt himself or kicking the wall, kicking the bench, whatever, causing damage to himself. But I won't pass along that information.
We're all strong. We're all strong on this planet.
Cannot stop me, I'm not fighting. Let me get lost in my delirium. Cannot stop me, I'm not fighting. Let me get lost in my delirium.
Booking.com has all kinds of stays. I guess some of the house in the desert. Others do not. Find exactly what you're looking for. Booking.com and Booking.us.
Trying to keep my head right. I don't need no bullshit. Keep it from my eyesight. Staring at these red lights. Trying to keep my head right. I don't need no bullshit. Keep it from my eyesight. You cannot stop me, I'm the right one. Let me get lost in my delirium. You cannot stop me, I'm the right one. Let me get lost in my delirium.
Start with safety, stay road ready. This month, save up to $120 instantly or get $110 back in rebates on top brands like Goodyear and Cooper. Plus, save $50 per axle on brake packages starting at $229.99 before discount. Visit Tire...
One, two, three. There was a bright color garland in the lights of my garden. Said, calm yourself, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for
I know, we were just gonna make some too the other day and I didn't have all the ingredients.
stars, they are falling.
I
And not
died, I
so
saw that
appealing.
on the
This
shelf.
feels like love, and love feels like healing. Anticipation slowly is building. We'll find our
I've
peace
been
in this
looking
life so
for you.
revealing. This is the moment, I hear it calling. We'll sit together and watch as the stars, they are falling for you. They're falling, they're falling. She's calling. They're falling. There was a bright color garden in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you. There was a bright color garden in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you. When my levels of stress reach the peak of their crest, I smell the flowers in their hair and feel the lightness of a dress. I lay my head down and feel your heart through your chest. We can breathe it in together, we can blow on at the best. You tend to my worries, all my troubles and dreams. We can bury them together, always knowing one thing. If it comes from the earth, it's a rebirth that sings. And if it comes to fall apart, it's a new start that brings, yeah. We're falling, we're falling. She's calling. They're falling. There was a bright color garden in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you. There was a bright color garden in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you. We walked alone inside our garden. She showed me all the things I knew, I do. We walked alone inside our garden. Ooh, there was a bright color garden in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you. There was a bright color garden in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for
This is Marshall and his mother, Alicia. Just feet away, inside the trunk, lies the dead body of Marshall's girlfriend. He has cut her body up and plans to discard it in the remote mountains of the Sierra foothills. Over the next several weeks, a series of small mistakes in Marshall's cover-up would bring him face to face with local police and the FBI. Watching detectives unknowingly walk past his murder scene and slowly discovering the monster he truly is.
Six guns by the side and bullets round the waist. Two shots to the sky, sing the sign for the chase. And they were busy street, but was seen by the good eye, the mean Lily Green. And he screamed at the top of his lungs, they're on the run. It's the two outsiders, grab your horses and your guns. I said I wish
It's approximately 6:30 p.m. in Antioch, California, when 24-year-old Alexis Gabe is seen at a Chevron gas station. While filling up her car, she receives a message from her boyfriend. Are you still coming over? She replies, I can only come by for a bit. After paying, Alexis gets back on the road, and by 6:37 p.m., she's seen arriving at her boyfriend's house. He doesn't know it yet, but she's there to break up with him. A decision that will carry far greater consequences, she explains.
Story of the two, always on the move, they got nothing left to lose except the guns and the wounds. Now the crossing border sheriff's posse on their tail. They'd rather die together than be stuck up in a cell. They drank up all the whiskey and they partied every night. Like it could be the last of bounty sessions on sight.
It pulls into a quiet residential neighborhood. A masked figure steps out of the car, noticeably larger than Alexis. Moments later, her phone pings. Did you make it home?
will finally free to find a place to lay their head. And when they finally did, he looked at her and he said, I said I think that we can stay here, cause I feel our time is coming. And we can walk down to the ocean and sit with the rising sun. So unpack your bags to sensitive, and we're running from time to time. And now that we can relax so safely, baby, you can lay me down.
On the line is Alexis Game's sister. Her tone is urgent as she insists on finding the first to understand the situation. Dispatch sends Officer Brown to
Girl, and I've been running around with you. It's the afternoon, and we got nothing left to do. So wipe the dirt off, or take your shirt off, and we should go hit the cantina. We got work off. I said it's hot outside. Let me go swimming in your eyes. We've been running for a while. Once you lay down, make me smile. I can never ask for nothing better than this. It's just tequila and the beach is fine salty when we kiss. I said I think that we should stay here.
She ever make you sort of statements? Is she generally pretty happy?
It's always out.
Always out? Do you know where she goes a lot of times?
We have her. Yesterday too.
Do you have any mental health issues? It's generally a mental depressant.
No, it's looking out for the dog. She's seeing the doctor.
Okay.
When they have an accident with her boyfriend, car accident, she said she have a car factory appointment.
Who's your boyfriend?
The one that we know is Marshall.
Marshall?
Jones, yeah.
Okay.
And we just found out yesterday. The friend said Marshall is threatening Alexis. If they gonna broke up, he's gonna get or gonna Alexis.
Oh, okay. And this is Marshall?
Marshall. Yeah.
Okay.
Needless to say, the officer knows exactly who they need to speak with next. According to Alexis's mother, Marshall Jones is the boyfriend she went to see last. But even more troubling is her claim that he had threatened to harm himself or Alexis if they ever broke up. As County wraps up his initial search, he relays the information to his sergeant. From there, requests are made for street CCTV footage, a real-time location warrant for her phone, and most urgently, another officer is dispatched to Marshall's address. Later that afternoon, the officer arrives at the house. Knowing Marshall is one of the last people to see Alexis alive, the officer expects to gather more information about her whereabouts. But he's about to get much more than that. But before we get to that, I want to talk about something else that's important too. For almost a year, I've had this discomfort with my ear, and every time I thought about booking an appointment, I saw the long waiting times and just told myself it would probably go away on its own, but it never did. Now we've all been there, it's easy to do. But that's where today's sponsor, ZocDoc, comes in. ZocDoc is a completely free website that makes booking your next doctor's appointment fast and easy. Just select the specialty you need, your area, and your insurance. ZocDoc then shows you doctors near you that will fit. With more than 150,000 providers across all 50 states, from primary care to dental health to urgent care to mental health, you'll always find the right one. Check their reviews, pick a time slot, fill your details, and just like that, you're booked, usually within 24 to 72 hours. Sometimes even the same day. Look, I spent almost a year ignoring my ear problem. Don't make that same mistake. So if there's something you've been ignoring or putting off, make it easy for yourself. Head to ZocDoc.com/DrInsanity or simply click the link in the description to instantly book a doctor today. I know it may seem small, but just clicking the link in the description is a huge step towards prioritizing your health. Thanks so much to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video and for helping us all take better care of our health. With that said, let's get back to the video.
How y'all doing? Hey, is Marshall home? Yes. Okay. How y'all doing today? Okay. Y'all be safe, be careful now, okay?
I am everything that I best that I am. Keep my shit tight, man. Motherfucking super damn. And I ain't cracking any time, so my mind said it's fine. Through this world will be mine soon. Show down at high noon shop as a harpoon. Crash like a monsoon. Style like a costume. I'm constantly awesome. Voice fresh as spring. Yo, my beats about to blossom. Caution, get out to pit when I'm on shit. My friends are a high and nice, and I got them that way. We foes on parade. My foes full of weed, man. Higher than a pterodactyl. You can call me caveman. California raisin. Get me through the grapevine. Dirty BB days again, but man, I'm feeling just fine. I be out in Vegas while your bitches just a state line. I ain't never stop until I finally feel I got mine. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water. Like Goonies never say die. Oh, like Goonies never say oh. Like Goonies never say die.
And did she say where she was going? Yeah, I can show you text message. She said that. The more you give me, the better, man. I'm about to say.
I keep it cool, right? I'm like an avalanche. I get stupid when I want to. Rain Man, I keep it flowing now. I do the rain dance. Man, everybody loves me, call me Rain Man. Here I go, I be getting so high like I'm standing on my tippy toes. Spread my wings and fly, but I got 2 arms where my wings should go. Hungry as an animal, tearing down the devil's door. He's selling me a soul for all the lyrics in my arsenal. Eyes red, lungs full, half messed the backbone. I'm about to kill this beat and throw it in a drowning pool. Headlong style, through lyrics, fresh dreadful. On this track, no looking back, I'm hippie like a hacky sack. Smoother than a Cadillac, these MCs needing Medivac. Yeah, I lost my shit, but bitch, you know I got the passion back. Locked inside my temper trap, I'm laughing at your pussycats. I ain't never stop until the top is what I'm looking at. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water. Like Goonies never say die. Like Goonies never say oh. Like Goonies never say die.
Or she watched me, do my little heist on GTA, play my game and whatnot. I mean, yeah, this week watch Family Guy.
Okay, listen up, kiddos. I'm a shark, you're a minnow. Balls on your chin, call your bitch Jay Leno. Don't go swimming, cause your shit sounds menstrual. We ain't here to play like Dr. Dre South Central. Spit my bitch, you it's to make you move your tits and shit. To have your body moving, have your hips strong fit. Willie sitting high, just as high the time is 9 now. Floor my DeLorean, party McFly. Yeah, anybody home, 2 spliffs to the dome. It's a headshot, dreadnought, nose get on. Yeah, I fucking said it was so last year. I got a pack full of gear and a trunk full of beer. Never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water. Like Goonies never say die. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water. Like Goonies never say die. Like Goonies never say oh. Like Goonies never say die.
I appreciate you trying to make light of it, but no, I do not.
Alright.
On that strange note, the interview wraps, and the officer calls his sergeant, only to learn that, while this conversation was taking place, a major discovery had just been made a few miles away.
Check out these deals of the week
On a
at
residential
Walgreens.
street in Antioch, Alexis's family comes across their daughter's car while organizing their own search and spreading the word on social media. Police are immediately informed of this discovery, and the car is towed and seized for forensic analysis. Inside the car, some troubling details quickly stand out. The keys are still in the ignition, the door is unlocked, and personal items are missing. After removing and analyzing the car's infotainment unit, investigators are able to track Alexis's precise movements before her disappearance. And just 12 minutes before the car was abandoned, it had been at Marshall's house, not her friend Maria's, as he had previously implied. These findings, along with the alleged death threat, prompt investigators to move Marshall from a person of interest to the primary suspect in Alexis's disappearance.
Hospitals are closing. We need a government that works for people like us, which is supposed to fight for the things you love. This is our home, and I will fight tirelessly for it. For you, for me, Mayor's first, and Maine always. I'm Graham Blacker. I approve this message.
Woodland Senior Living of Farmington. Park Residences, private retirement apartments. The community you want. The safety you want.
I go bye-bye, floating through the
The comfort you want, the friendships you want, the care you want. Park Residences, private retirement apartments, the lifestyle you want. Visit woodlandsmaine.com.
The following day, two detectives arrive at Marshall's house, suspecting he's the last person to see her alive and may have been withholding vital information. However, they're also here for something else. Something that will catch him completely off guard.
Hey, I'm not Detective Mitchell, okay. Are you Alexis's, boyfriend at the Arch Near? Marshall? Okay. Yeah, we're still looking for her. Have you heard from her at all?
I've been trying to call her. I've been texting and text messaging, but no word, no back. Phone calls are going straight to voicemail.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Yeah, basically at this point, like, I think this is the last place that we know that she was at. Right? And it was obviously that's why we're kind of tuning in on this area, you know?
I understand, and like I was telling my mom, I saw her the last time.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm worried.
Right.
You know, and she's missing, and that just means that she's missing. It doesn't necessarily mean something's happened to her, so I'm really trying not to let my mind wander. Her friends, I'm not gonna say they've been putting me on a scrutiny, but they're making me feel like I did something and I feel that.
Yeah, I mean, kind of boyfriend, right?
So I'm not gonna say and so I just
want to rule anything weird that happens in the settings, you know, and then we can move on to, hey, let's go look in another area and see what she's got.
I understand.
Are you cool if we go inside and look around?
It's not so
right.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Really uncomfortable with the request, Marshall agrees to call his stepfather, the homeowner of the house. And as they wait for his approval, detectives will slowly begin to suspect there's something inside the house neither Marshall nor his stepfather wants them to find.
Alexis went missing, and so just want to look at the house real fast just to make sure that everything finds out there. He would like to have him stay up here. That's all.
We got pasta in here? What's your dad's name? Leslie? Leslie, okay, that's the one we're talking to on the phone. Except my best friend. You want me to leave the door? Anything at first that's here?
I need some photos you left over. My room in the This is my room.
Like I said, that's what happens here. You guys drink together, I'm assuming?
As the officer moves through the house, Marshall's room quickly stands out, left in complete disarray. And as he inspects the room further, little does he know, this very
Take
place
the wheel of a new 2026 Sportage Hybrid and
soon become a
set out on your next adventure from Charlie's Kia. Enjoy impressive range and a standard 12.3-inch curved touchscreen display with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Click now to view our inventory during the summer sticker sales event.
Alright, I'm gonna close this door. Nothing out of the ordinary, just rooms. An absolute mess. He does.
Focusing on the mess, the officer overlooks the attic, a place hiding a terrifying secret. And it's no accident. Marshall has been guiding him through certain areas, carefully steering him away from others. But despite the search turning up nothing, officers aren't done with him just yet. There's something else they want to ask.
No contact from her? Okay. Phone's been off. You tried to call her, I'm assuming. Do you mind hanging up with him real quick so we can... I'm gonna ask you something. Would you be willing to give us your cell phone for a forensic download? Okay. So I'm able to do all that stuff. It just shows me all the information on your phone for a certain period of time. Stuff like that. Okay. And then I would just have you sign like a consent form. And then you can bring it down, sign the consent form down at the PD. And then I take your passcode and then I would do it that way.
They want to bring it down there just to make sure that, my phone is where I said it was, I was where I said it was.
But she was still here when you got home?
Interestingly, detectives not only gain access to Marshall's phone, but also learned that his stepfather was allegedly at the house at the same time Alexis was there. So they make a note to speak with the homeowner as soon as possible to see if his account aligns with Marshall's. Shortly afterwards, Marshall gets into his stepfather's car and follows the officers to the station. As he drives, officers ahead notice something strange. He appears anxious, swerving slightly with something large in the back of his car obstructing his view. And realizing Marshall isn't just nervous. He's just realized he's driving straight to the police station with a car full of incriminating evidence. About 10 minutes later, Marshall arrives at the station, trying to steady himself, quietly questioning why he brought this car in the first place. And the second he steps out, he realizes the officers are onto him.
Hey, Davey.
This is it. It's my dad's car. And
we don't have any kind of phone with the so I can see inside.
it's not my car. It's my dad's. And you have my phone, so open the gate for we went to the drive-in, so try here. Give me some water. I mean, you can look in the bag. That's a Philly cheesesteak.
Any of this hurts? Because we would like to collect the DNA sample from her. So we got it since our file, so we'll see back here. So is any of this like, would it have hurt this part? I don't know. Would you mind if we like took a packet to test it? I would. And does she want me to see? You don't want us to look under the surface or what? This is your stepdad or your real dad?
My stepdad.
Gotcha. Alright, cool.
Naturally, Marshall's unwillingness to show what's in the trunk immediately raises red flags for the officers. Once it's opened, they find multiple blankets, pillows, and food waste, with Marshall insisting that he and Alexis used the car as a bed at the drive-in. With suspicion mounting, they get Marshall to sign a consent form, download the data from his phone, and then return it to him. And as they let him go, detectives believe the contents of Marshall's phone may finally reveal what he's been hiding, unaware that this entire investigation is about to start going downhill. The next day, as investigators prepare to review the data from Marshall's phone, they notice the download process has failed, leaving them with nothing. Realizing Marshall's willingness to cooperate may already be reaching its limits, detectives decide not to push any further for now, and instead turn their attention elsewhere. There's still one person they haven't spoken to yet. Marshall's stepfather, the homeowner who was allegedly inside the house the
fucking Henderson. Catch me in the mood. I ain't too cool for breakfast. Stoners on the loose. Call that shit a hippie.
Marshall
We
had
just
said
getting
that you
going.
were here
And
when
this shit's just my starter kit. I'm on a good one. Real fucking good one. I'm feeling brand new. Yeah, I'm talking real. You're talking about me. Talking about the real one. I'm out with Jenny Tasha. Rocks at the building. Holly Stone. All that shit. So fly, call me pilot. MC's getting tourniquet. Body back that murder. It's evidence, it's evident. Stampede didn't never fit. Crash shot the pink bitch. Y'all bitches sound like venomous.
I mean, aside from but like she never brought any outside BS to your house or anything like that. Yeah. And is Marshall around? I know one of the reach in and they had to return his phone call.
With this information, police now know where to look for Marshall next. His mother's house. What catches the officers off guard, however, is Leslie's refusal to confirm being with Marshall and Alexis the night she disappeared, directly contradicting what Marshall had previously told investigators. Now faced with more questions than answers, officers leave to figure out the next move. From this point forward, the investigation into Alexis's disappearance finally begins to shift in a much darker direction. During the next several days, police visit Marshall's mother, Alicia Clark, looking for her son. But suspiciously, she claims she hasn't seen him since the night his girlfriend Alexis vanished. By now, investigators begin to consider a troubling possibility. Marshall may be on the run, and his family may even be covering for him. But their biggest piece of evidence is still to come. Just as the investigation seems to stall, CCTV footage is recovered from the route Alicia's car took the night she vanished. For roughly 12 minutes, the car is seen speeding from Marshall's home to the residential area where it's eventually abandoned. A masked figure is seen stepping out of the car, noticeably larger than Alexis, with a more masculine build. As detectives begin tracking the figure's movements through nearby cameras, they watch it move calmly for over a mile until it arrives somewhere completely unexpected. Marshall's mother's house. This development makes investigators certain that the masked figure was none other than their prime suspect, Marshall. And with that, an emergency search warrant for his home is secured immediately. On February 1st, more than a dozen officers arrive at the house convinced there is far more inside than Marshall originally let them see.
OVP search warrant! Break the door. Break the door. Yeah, hold it for a second. Break it closer. Yes. Fuck you, that's right. You're the best. Grab on. OVP! Come over here! Check the left, check the left. I gotta go on the right. Check that door.
As officers move through the house, neither Marshall nor his stepfather are anywhere to be found. But then, as they prepare to enter the garage, it doesn't take long for a vital discovery to emerge.
So a dead body. Yeah. In the long room. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go for a ball of fun.
Right here, yeah?
Yeah, right in here. I've got a big weight.
Yep. Pull up, get it. That's this?
Yep.
Multiple officers begin to notice a distinct smell, one they believe to be the odor of a decomposing body. The scent appears to be coming from the laundry room and leads up towards the attic. So officers prepare to investigate and brace themselves for the worst.
It looks understood. Deep or green?
Let's get it open before.
It's right here, dude. Yeah, it's going straight up to the garage. Yeah. So that's the thing, is like, we gotta check the crawl space. Anybody check inside that SUV or take a peek inside?
I didn't see anything, it's locked.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have this door closed for a second. I mean, there's not a place where they walked through electrical, but I don't see.
No footprints, no drag marks.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you can see where they were walking.
Okay.
Doing something, right?
They could smell something like they're kind of laying it out all over.
Like there's a van, it's coming from the vent kind of.
Yeah, once we hit this area and start walking to the garage is where I smelled it.
Look at blood in there.
Yeah. You see?
Blood there. Look at.
Can you open the safe? It's not about hearing, it's about feeling.
What are you doing? You're a piano tuner.
Tuner, read it
Because
off.
Lobby and Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements.
At Dead River Company, we know your trust is earned.
Yes, we do.
Over generations of showing up and following through. It's in every answered call.
What else is true?
Every on-time
I
delivery.
really am standing on top of this.
That's who we are. Who we've been. Who will always be.
Big truck.
Over a century of heating New England. Dead River Company.
Your lawn
Earning
sees a
your
lot of
trust
love.
for
It's where your
generations.
kids run and play, the dogs do their thing, and the weekends come to life. So love your lawn back with Pennington. Grass seed that fills in thick. It is tough enough to handle in real life. Pennington products make lawns
Let's,
so you can spend less time working on the grass and more time enjoying it.
After following the scent, officers come up empty-handed, but they do uncover what appears to be dried blood. After clearing the entire house, officers are still unable to locate the source of the smell, so a canine unit is called in. If human remains are hidden somewhere on the property, this dog may be their best bet on finding them.
I don't know. I got a big whiff right in the laundry room. Oh, I'm like, dead body.
Oh, let's see what we get.
Where's
One little, two little, three margaritas, 4 little, 5 little, 6. I wanna see y'all feeling bad. It's the worst I've had. Hangover you. But it's not so bad. That's not we've ever had. My hangover you. Keeping up with me shot for shot, getting caught naked, making love in the parking lot. Beach cruising across the boulevard, waking up in the morning, another maxed out credit card. Knowing I would never forget you. Can't remember much, but who needs to? I got these memories in a tattoo, and I don't regret none of it. Have fun with it. Pour another shot, let's see how drunk we get. 1 little, 2 little, 3 margaritas, 4 little, 5 little, 6. I wanna see how feeling bad. That's how we ever had.
But it's not all for the pictures. There's more what we have there. And of course, you never know. You could have vacuumed up that tissue that I had next to you. Okay, good girl.
Goes away, my hangover you. Blacked out like an underground shit faced it. I can't
Somewhat
remember last
surprisingly,
night
the
at all, but I
handler
can
isn't
taste
fully
it.
convinced the dog has detected human remains. However, several indications suggest it has picked up on something suspicious, as it repeatedly returns to Marshall's room, sits in one spot while staring at its handler, and most alarmingly, begins clawing at the wall. The sight time, the odor may be coming from the attic. But even after multiple additional searches, and with more canine units brought in, officers are left with troubling yet inconclusive results. Small traces of blood, the presence of bleach and other cleaning supplies, and a missing shower curtain. Following these discoveries, officers secure the scene and begin working to obtain real-time location data from Marshall's phone, now fully suspecting they have a homicide on their hands. Over the next several weeks, officers are seemingly no closer to finding Marshall. Neither his mother nor his stepfather appear willing to cooperate any further. But every time the investigation seems like it's losing momentum, Alexis Dave's family keeps pushing forward, pressuring police to find their daughter and bring her justice. That pressure soon begins to pay off when investigators finally obtain a real-time location warrant for Marshall's phone and discover he's moved to Vacaville, California, roughly an hour and a half from his home. After a quick check, they find out exactly where that location leads: his sister's house. So officers quickly head to her address, hoping to find Marshall there.
Blacktop's good. Follow me. He's usually been following me.
And that's what I'm
windy out right now.
What was there?
It wasn't back. It wasn't windy.
So it got toxic over the last year and a half. He was a lot more torn up about them breaking up than about her being missing. I will say that. Irrefutably. Looking back on it, my brother doesn't
Find styles that appeal for youth and effort without compromise.
Yes.
Do you think that she's helped
That's
out
what
in any
makes
way?
you
Can she get in trouble? I hope not. I mean, I hope in the end of all this, she'll be as cooperative as you are. Because ultimately, your brother made the choice that he made, right?
What did you
So do you think he went to Vegas?
No. I believe this is enough evidence. If you guys want to take it, that's fine.
Most worryingly for officers, Ariana seems to suspect someone else may be helping Marshall evade police. However, Ariana also gives them something significant: Marshall's new phone number. So after wrapping up the interview, investigators move quickly to track his location. This is when they discover that Marshall's phone is pinging all the way back to his mother, Alicia Clark's house. Up to this point, Alicia has been telling police she doesn't know where Marshall is. Now, detectives begin to suspect she's lying and may even be actively hiding from police. Over the next few hours, police secure an emergency search warrant for Alicia's house. Officers rush to the location, knowing full well Marshall could disappear again at any moment. But little do they know, the lead they're following is actually a setup.
Open the research warrant, come to the door!
After escorting Alicia and her daughter outside, officers move in to search the house, but they find no one else inside. They do, however, spot a working camera outside the home, one they immediately begin trying to obtain a warrant for. Despite Marshall's absence, the forensics team insists that his phone is still actively pinging inside the house. By now, investigators know something isn't adding up, so they prepare to question Alicia, starting with the very reason they're here in the first place.
Where's the best place to stop it? So, we're obviously here for a reason. We know it's here, but we don't want to carry this house apart too much. So what we do is let this do its job. That's anything else. Where is the problem?
it's upstairs in my closet in the green one. Now the question is, where did it from? They found it.
So the cell phone thing, they went and did the download for the cell phone everything. So we need that. We're supposed to know at least that's going on.
Strangely, Alicia appears unusually cordial with the detectives. Despite having her house breached, she's even admitted to holding a wanted suspect's phone, yet treats it as if it's nothing serious. By now, investigators are more than suspicious of her involvement. They're convinced she not only knows where Marshall is, but more importantly, what he did to Alexis.
He's obviously not here, so you know where Marshall is?
He has to go and do nothing. I've intentionally told him, do not tell me anything. It's just this situation I don't want to know.
So you're distancing yourself.
Oh God, no. Not at all. I just know this isn't who they are. I mean,
Find a great rental car deal with Kayak.
they're not.
And find the confidence to do important things on your phone.
We have to try our best to get answers right, so.
Even if you still wear skis.
I'm definitely not distancing my son. Not.
Okay.
That's not the reason.
What do you know?
I know that the two of them had a solid relationship. I mean, for Valentine's Day,
Well, it's a high plane scripture mixed with Jack the Ripper, dropping lyrics like some waiter. I was sitting on a shitter, hit you right in the kisser, pop like a blister, making moves on a track. Checkmate, Bobby Fischer. You're mad at me, man, like I ballet your sister. Drove her like a whipping and I tipped her. Just picture this a vicious one. I'm on a mission, son. This my kitchen, stop your bitch until the dish is done. Not like you used to, might need a booster. Chop up the beat like I used to. Your
Right away, this description of Marshall doesn't quite align with what investigators believe about their suspect, especially given his sister's earlier claims that he's a narcissist and a sociopath. If Alicia is fully aware of her son's alleged crime, then defending his character like this is not only disturbing, it's something most people would find nearly impossible to do. Sensing this may be more difficult for her than she's letting on, detectives decide to shift their approach, appealing to her emotions, hoping that if this is all an act that's about to
Watch me
break.
now, walk on no handed. Got your feet stuck in that granite. Can't sit still, no, I can stand it. Keep it moving up the planet. Yeah, that new shit, that future, that old shit be useless. No time for that bullshit. Hang that nuisance from me, bruises. Yeah, highly elevated. I feel at home in my zone. Just wanna be sedated like my name was Joe Ramone. Bag of bones inside my closet. Bag of weed inside my pocket. Keep it there to keep me cool. Yeah, fuck that drama. I don't wanna get. I run around getting high like you used to. I get so stoned like I checked out my new stuff.
You can't just snatch up a 24-year-old, 170-pound female. Be straight up with you because you have Marshall anything even if there's evidence that would suggest that he has something to do with it. These guys are also clearly one of his hobbies. I don't want to leave you thinking that over the last of the better
Despite the detective's best efforts, Alicia doesn't appear to budge. And the worst part is that her dismissive attitude seems to work. When the officers inside manage to locate Marshall's phone, they find it's been wiped completely clean. And while it's nothing concrete tying Alicia to the disappearance, investigators are once again forced to leave empty-handed. With no body, no confession, and no idea where Marshall may have gone, Alexis's case slowly starts going cold. Months go by, with no new leads on Marshall's whereabouts, but then Investigators finally secure a warrant and obtain the CCTV footage from his mother's house. And as detectives start analyzing the footage, they begin to understand how Marshall managed to stay one step ahead of investigators for so long. Inside these large plastic bags, investigators believe are Alicia's remains and suspect Marshall's mother was aware of it. Following these developments, investigators reach out to Marshall's sister and learn he has a friend at an apartment complex in Kent and may be hiding there. Using travel records, CCTV footage, and anonymous tips, they zero in on a specific location, the Skyview 3322 apartments. On June 1st, more than 4 months after Alexis Gabe disappeared, the task force moves in to serve a murder warrant and finally arrest Marshall. But as they arrive and prepare to breach, nothing about this operation is about to go as planned. After emerging with a kitchen knife, Marshall is shot multiple times by 3 officers. Despite immediate medical aid, he is pronounced dead at the scene. The following day, Paul Beard, chief of the Oakley Police Department, holds a press conference, announcing that Alexis Gabe's case is now officially being treated as a homicide, and that Marshall Curtis Jones had been charged with her murder before being shot and killed. But any real sense of closure for Alexis's family would not come until much, much later. On November 3rd, while metal detecting near Jackson Road in Plymouth, a local resident discovers what he believes to be human remains and immediately calls 911. When officers arrive, they're left speechless. Scattered across the mountains are the remains of a young woman. A forensic odontologist is brought in and, using dental records, confirms the remains are those of Alexis Gabe. In the aftermath, her family expresses a mix of devastation and relief. They continue pushing for charges against Marshall's mother and hold memorials in Alexis's honor. To this day, Alexis's family continues demanding justice and launching a petition criticizing the Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office for its handling of the case and calling for stronger accountability for victims' families. But despite these efforts, Marshall's mother is only temporarily detained. Without sufficient evidence, she is never charged as an accomplice. And the same is true for the rest of Marshall's relatives, something that continues to infuriate Alexis's family to this day. As of now, there is still no definitive motive for Alexis's murder, only that their relationship was deeply toxic. And perhaps, when Alexis finally decided to break up with him, Marshall made a final, irreversible decision. If he couldn't have her, then no one could.
From hard hats to steel-toed boots, Grainger's got your safety needs covered. Literally. Shop Grainger's vast inventory of safety products. Call, click, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Today.
3 doors down so you can't ignore it. Hi, Grandma.
The person that knows that you feel bad like that, you won't even do it.
I'm not gonna get a birthday or Christmas and disowned by my entire family.
Dude, I have to get into work tomorrow.
I want you down at your rain.
On the afternoon of November 2nd, 2018, as the Alicia County officers respond to a 911 call about a burglary, little did they know they were actually stepping into the most disturbing case Alicia County had ever seen.
Yeah, we've seen this one a few times in class. This one is really bad. He tries to pretend like someone broke in, and it's really horrific. It's just
Looking for a hideaway, smoke some and hibernate. I am great. Run into the night because follow if you want me one. Want me one. Run into the night because follow if you want me one. Want me one. People going crazy, yeah, we losing control. The heat is getting hotter like the fire below. Yeah, I'm about to lose it, man, I've seen it before. About to hit the limit, watch my lid it explode. So now I'm going back to California. Cause I've been all around and all the rain, nothing for me. I'm flipping over tables at my local saloons. I'm out on hunt for something nice to give me eyes the moon. No, I ain't got time for a decline. And I'm fine with the fact that I ain't fine. If you see me come on, keep on running, shit is in the flow. The heat is getting hotter like the fire below. Yeah, I'm about to lose it, man, I've seen it before. About to hit the limit, watch my let it explode. And now I ain't got time for a decline. And I'm fine with the fact that I ain't fine. Let it go. Run into the night because follow if you want me one. Want me one. Run into the night because follow if you want me one. Want me one. Run into the night fuck the world, yeah, that's the Kobe Lynn drop. This is real life shit, this ain't no improv. My family ran hot, all up in my wrist watch. We ain't got no time, so we playing on no TikTok. On no Instagram, got the trends by the zip-lock. 55 on us, they never seen us this hot. Whole team on going with, pulling up like quick stop. Waiting till this shit drop. Looking broken side of the session, just an adolescent. Been teaching rappers valuable lessons, they can feel it in my presence. I'm not your ordinary, no. Slept on yourself cause you was too busy chasing my flow. I'm chasing my dream with my team, we making it grow. Ain't no escaping this in life, getting high on the flow. But I feel amazing, they tell me I'm destined for greatness. I'm focused on racing, going hard on a regular basis. Benjamin's records and president faces. In my pockets, some murderers behind a pair like correctional stations. Pressure ain't nothing to pressure, that's the testing I'm facing. We all witnesses to hell on earth, heaven's awakening. And I'ma walk the gates full of fake. But until then, it be the not the dread, but the dirty hands go in it. Stay rational, spread it love for this music we making, it's all that.
Hey, Seamus, Rick Dodge was more disgraceful. Was the one who said nothing, or Hakeem Jeffries alive?
I guess I'll say Hakeem Jeffries. I think that pretending he never saw the posts, I don't know why he said something when he was going to say something that everybody knows isn't true. I think the only way out of that, because unless they're going to do a total 180 and try to get Mills back in the race, the only way out is through for Warren. So she should have just been like, yeah, well, I don't care. I'm with him all the way. Something like that would have been better than what he was now.
Well, that would have been uncanny if she had said something like that.
I know, it would have been insane, but I don't know.
But it also would have been like it would have been an oddly human moment for me. Because walking by and not saying something to a human being talking to you is odd. The only people who do that in the world are like clients whose lawyers have silenced them, or politicians who have been in D.C. for too long and forgot how to be a human being. So,
well, yeah, exactly. What I love most about Man of the People, I have never met a people
Liz Warren didn't take that opportunity
even in a place that requires you to work like 2 or 3 different jobs.
So she's
We
answered
have
the
watched
question
this
already
state
in a way
become
by not
essentially
answering.
unlivable for working class people. And it makes me deeply angry. I'm Graham Plattner, the Marine Corps veteran and oyster farmer running for Senate in Maine to defeat Susan Collins. I did 4 the doors in the Marine Corps and the Army. I'm not afraid to name an enemy. It's the billionaires and the politicians who sell us out. Susan Collins has been in charge and making policy decisions the entire time that things have been getting worse for the working family. Nobody I know around here can afford a house. Healthcare is a disaster. Hospitals are closing. We need a government that works for people like us when you're supposed to fight for things well. This is our home, and I will fight tirelessly for it.
Proposed that
For me, it's Mainers
Medicaid
first,
or
and Maine
Medicare
always.
should
I'm Graham Plattner.
buy bath mats for everybody on every recipient of the program to prevent them from falling down in the bathtub. And this plan is going to drastically reduce Medicare costs because of all the prevention that will be, all of the injuries that will be prevented by these $11 bath mats. And I did a little digging trying to figure out if I could find the manufacturer of this specific bath mat to see if there was some way King was getting a kickback out of this. The closest I could find was one that was being sold for $11.75 on Amazon, but I could not 100% confirm that it was the same bath mat. But
Money Trail didn't leave her everything.
California raising, hit me through the grapevine, 30 BBDs to give a man, I'm feeling just fine. I be younger niggas while your bitches use the state line. I ain't never stopping till I finally feel like I mine. Whatever gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water, like movies never say die.
Based out of this closet, and all the new fraudulent bath mat manufacturers popping up in real estate.
Good industry. Let's get in on the ground floor. Yeah.
It's just such a funny proposal. It's so funny that he thought it was so smart that he posted a clip of saying it.
I keep it cool, right? I'm like an avalanche. I get stupid when I want to.
Somebody on the staff
I keep it flowing now. I do the rain dance. Man, everybody loves me, call me Rain Man. Here I go. I be getting so high like I'm standing on my tippy toes. Spread my wings fly, but I got 2 arms where my wings should go. Hungry as an animal. Tearing down the devils, go reselling me a sofa. All the limits in my arsenal. Eyes red, lungs full. Half past the fat goal. I'm about to kill this beat and throw it in a drowning pool. Hairline style, cool.
I don't think that even a child would come up with that, because a child would think more spending more money, but
yeah, I lost my shit, but bitch, you know I got my passion back. Locked inside my temper trap, I'm laughing at y'all pussy cats, cause I ain't never stopping till the top is what I'm looking at. Never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. Come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water, like Mooney's never say die.
he said that he did the back of the envelope map, and he decided that this program would pay for itself in 9 months, and after that it would be all savings, I guess.
Right. By the way, in the chat, regarding Scott Harrison talking about 2016,
okay, listen up, kiddos, I'm a shark, you're a minnow. Balls on your chin, call your bitch Jay Leno. Don't go swimming, cause your shit sounds minstrel, and we ain't here to play Dr. Dre, South Central. Spit my bitch joints to make you rub your tits and shit. Have your body moving, shaking, hip and throwing fits. Willie sitting high, just as out of time is now. Now I'm throwing my DeLorean, party man fly. Yeah, anybody home, use your lips to the dome. It's a headshot, dreadnought, dudes get pwned. Yeah, I fucking said it, it was so last year. I got a pack full of gear with a trunk full of beer. Whatever gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water, like Goonies never say die. Whatever gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water, like Goonies never say die.
Where's the heads rolling for that? That was just crazy. There is something too. You know, the Team Trump in a lot of ways they don't have kind of the outwardly aesthetic sobriety to be the ones to do the investigation, I think.
There was a bright color garland in the lights of my garden.
How many people were able to go from just obviously lying and claiming that he was as lucid as like his first day in the Senate, and then immediately pivoted after he got ousted to being like, well, we did know, and they just got away with that pretty much with no repercussions.
Yeah. Well, also the Chinese left oil with COVID. There's no resurrection. We're doing it. Midwest native living in southern Maine, Cleveland, is a Bostonian Democratic operative well. He is actually a mayor as well. He has a house in Maine until half the year. You're going to see him actually. He's going to have a book signing in June. He's the real deal, believe me. And he's national too. He's national. There was a bright color garden.
And the lights on my garden.
On the show. He's like,
I think it's good to have a guy on who we disagree with, but who is willing to talk with.
yeah, no, absolutely. And, you know, but yeah, if you guys have suggestions for other people, send them right down. I'm willing to talk to people who have something to say. Let's see. But you're a congressman and senator. Your allegiance should be to America only. So many have dual citizenship, and
My
that's
levels of stress reach the peak and it
true.
crests. Smell the flowers in the hand, feel the lightness of a dress. I lay my head down and
I'm
feel
not
your
sure
heart beat your
about
chest. We can
dual
breathe it in together, we can
citizenship. I'm
blow
not
on at
sure
the
if-
best. You tend to
I
my
mean,
worries,
if
all my
there are
troubles
any
and
who
dreams.
currently
We
have
can
dual
bury them
citizenship,
together,
I do
always
certainly
knowing
think
one
that we
thing.
shouldn't, but
If it comes from
I
the
would
earth, it's a
support
rebirth that
a
sings. And
blanket
if it
ban
comes to
on
fall apart, it's
national
a new
level
start that brings.
government service for anyone who wasn't born in the U.S.
We're falling, we're
I
falling.
think that might be
She's
what's required at this point, because it's not the hardest thing in the world for people to fraud their way into citizenship
There
like
was a bright
Obama.
color garden. In the lights of my
would you
garden.
think of like an incentive
Call me
package
soft, darling.
to naturalize somebody that they would get some kind of
There was
be
a bright
incentivized
color
to be in service or no?
In the lights of my garden.
Don't see why we would ever really need foreigners to be in our national level elected government.
Okay.
I mean, it's not that I think that no one born in a foreign country could do a good job. I do think that that's possible. I just think as a sovereign, serious nation who has plenty of native born people who definitely would be able to do it, I find it unnecessary that we would allow foreign born people, because no matter if they're a citizen or not, there is always going to be some sort of loyalty. And I don't know how you would get past that. Like, I don't know how one would get past at least some level of loyalty.
I think that it's thinly veiled, it's veiled at all.
Portland, Maine. A Lewiston man pleaded guilty today in U.S. District Court in Portland to possessing with the intent to distribute more than, get this, 500 grams of methamphetamine and more than 400 grams of fentanyl, and for using a firearm in furtherance of that crime. And just days later, the guy who lived in this apartment, not the man who pleaded guilty today, but the man who also shared this apartment with that person, was appointed to the Lewiston School Committee by the Lewiston mayor. So, when the judge originally said that was a mind-boggling amount of drugs in that apartment, that is a mind-boggling amount of 400 grams of fentanyl and 500 grams of methamphetamine. Wow, you could kill half the state of Maine with that. Yeah. Mukar, age 27, sold drugs to law enforcement, and he pleaded guilty to that. But there's nothing to see here, folks. Just move along.
Yeah. Yeah, this is, and the chat is mentioning, like, there's no, they're just mentioning that there's no reckoning for people. Like Fauci and Shah got away, and the drug bust with the school committee. It's like you're incentivized to do criminal activity.
Oh yeah, doing the crime stories. The most common charge I see is violating conditions of release. Everybody who used to get arrested, or such a vast majority, is a repeat offender and a many-time repeat offender.
Crazy. Let's see. Per a Benny Johnson post about an hour ago, the DNC has less than 15 million cash on hand. DNC is having some big problems. I don't know if you guys saw that. The autopsy was put out there. People are calling for the chairman to step down, including David Hawkins. The autopsy.
There's rumors about your friend too, Tom.
Oh yes, that's not funny. That's not funny. We actually terminated Grant Pollard today for posting it. We're bringing her on. In Steve's absence, she will be the acting editor-in-chief of the Main Wire.
Okay, today's my last day.
But there's, and by the way, that's not anything we're happy with, John. This is about us, not you. We're making changes.
Maybe for the better. Yeah, maybe for the better.
But the DNC is just a mess, and it's funny because
you think Grant Blatter was the DNC propaganda are about? Yeah.
Isn't it amazing? It's amazing. Like we're in a situation here where no matter how heterodox, like odd, abnormal looking or different and way the hell out of the box, sometimes crazy, sometimes great, some of the Trump stuff is, he gets beat by the left bizarre chaos world every day. Like all you have to do is look at Trump demolish the East Wing and then swivel your head a little to the right and look over the left's reaction, and they're doing the crazier thing. They've killed funding on the East Wing now. The thing they couldn't get get funding for it in Congress last night. So the pit is going to sit there now.
I said it's hot outside, I think I'm swimming in your eyes. We've been running for a while, watch you later make you smile. I could never ask for nothing better than this. It's just tequila and the beach, it's why it's salty when we kiss.
To be fair, Trump did say it was going to be entirely partisan, but what do they want done with this now demolished building? Like, do they not want something put there? Do they want the rubble to stay there? I think they probably do actually want the rubble to stay there in hopes that they get a Democrat president in next, and then he can take credit for getting rid of the rubble pile. So I think that most of them probably do actually want the rubble pile to stay.
They're going to create some weird, brutalist looking, gender neutral.
Yeah, like the Obama presidential library.
Yeah, which is the most hideous thing that has ever been constructed by man in all of civilization. In a pretty city too. It's amazing how they managed to screw that up. Okay, guys. Anything to add here, John? Seamus?
I'm good. I think it was a good episode. I liked talking to a Democrat who we disagree with.
Yeah.
Do we want to address that thing I called you about earlier?
I don't know. Did you have a conversation with our friend?
Yeah, I did. I did have my meeting with Hope Support Services today.
I meant our friend, our boss.
Oh yes, I did have a yes.
Okay.
I also did that with him as well, and he said that I should mention it, and then you can jump in on it. But we did have that meeting, and I should have opened the door today. My takeaway from coming to that meeting is when I knocked on the door and they didn't answer, I should have walked in. And, if that miscommunication caused them any agony, I sincerely apologize for that.
That is John saying that he should have walked in to the door. That is because John is a truly decent, overly decent, effusively decent, considerate guy who looks out for folks in. I will say this: I don't have to see these people every day like John does, so it's a lot easier for me to feel differently about this. But I will say this because my feeling is different. As I am Tom Shattuck, he is John Featherston. I will say this: if there's any notion out there somewhere that some business, because they didn't answer the door we were knocking on, and even though they saw our reporter out there, still didn't answer, and so they felt that they got lumped in with a bunch of other businesses that are corrupt. If a business like that then is given an opportunity to for more clarity from us, not good whatsoever. And then they take that opportunity to suggest some kind of blackmail situation. I will just say this. I am not, I would suggest that person who sounds like something was blackmailing is happening here. I am happy to talk to that person as well. And that is not okay. So I would say that's my feeling is that if you're going to tattle on us for something that you didn't do to some media outlet, because not to give a free, it's kind of like what you've done is stuck a gun at me and robbed my bank, and all the apples came was loaded. And it's the gesture that matters to me. So John has his feeling that he's saying, and I have my feelings, but I'm saying I won't go any further into it whatsoever. And so that is that.
I'll just say that I really do want
communicated, John. Communicated, warn you a better place. Alright, guys. That is it. Reach out if you have seen about stuff going on. You'll see it every day. It'll be right here on Mainline TV.
You see that 250-foot arc church thing? What's it going to be made of? Is it going to have any etchings? Laser etching.
Not only designed to kill, it is designed to destroy. And blocks the access to the force, and delays its fleet, and burns time, and forces the other side to bring helicopters, robots, ships, intelligence assets, engineers, divers, solar systems, and commanders. Commanders want to make decisions under threat. It is relatively cheap to produce and to place. It's a cheap weapon, and it forces the enemy to spend enormous amounts of money, time, and attention. The history of sea mines shows just how old this idea really is. Hundreds of years ago, simple explosive devices were already used in East Asia, sometimes made from clay pots, filled with explosives, hidden under the waters or sent with a current towards an enemy ship. In the West, the mine appeared later. At first, it was used with the sky. Officers saw it as an ungentlemanly weapon. The Strait of Hormuz has enormous commercial traffic that goes through it. They need metal debris. There are cables. There are oil tankers. There are remains of all kinds of maritime activity. The water can be murky. Currents shift.
When we hit the pothole, I worried we'd be stranded for hours.
Our lives
There is an
revolve
enemy
around the pothole.
sitting on the coast, watching every American move and trying to figure out how to disrupt it. So the question, why not just clear the mines, sounds logical. But it assumes that the problem is simply finding a bomb and blowing it up. In reality, first you have to know that it is actually a bomb. Then you have to understand what kind of a bomb it is. And you have to decide how to approach it. And then you have to destroy it without moving it to a more dangerous place. Because an inaccurate explosion can turn a fixed problem into a legal problem. If a mine breaks loose from its anchor, it can drift. Then it is no longer in the area marked on the map. It can move into another shipping. It could strike a civilian vessel. It can make all the previous planning work almost meaningless. In simple words, the sea just blow everything up is not a plan. Sometimes it is a way to turn a small chaos into a larger one. The United States has very advanced capabilities. Seahawk helicopters can carry detection systems. Laser systems can scan shallow waters to build a three-dimensional image. Sonar can identify suspicious objects. Unmanned vessels can enter dangerous areas instead of people. Our system is designed to identify a mine, penetrate, catch, or launch a dedicated charge and neutralize it. But even that technology does not eliminate the slow work. So, in the end, much of the effort is mine by mine. If the mines are removed, but you don't keep the fleet of small boats that can relay new ones, then the problem has only been delayed. If one lane is open, but ill-organized coordination and payments in order to happen, then freedom of navigation has not truly returned. If the agreement deals only with the nuclear issue, and not with missile throws to bomb Houthis and the militias, then Iran has not given up this war. It has only moved it to another area. And that is exactly the pattern that this region made too well. But there is another side to this story. A man is also a sign of weakness. A country confident in its strength does not need to turn an international passage into a field of traps. A regime that feels stable does not need to use civilian ships, energy markets, and foreign sailors as bargaining chips. And a navy that can win an open battle does not need to hide behind explosives on the seabed. Iran chose mines because it knows its advantage is not in a formal battle against the United States. Its advantage is in uncertainty, in creating a small threat that produces a large fear, in forcing the enemy to move slowly, in turning every maritime movement into a political question. But that trap is dangerous for Iran as well, because Iran depends on the CAC. It needs the sea to expand its oil, it needs it to import goods, it needs it to keep the economy functioning. When American tractor puts its coal and import and export,
Just doing my job. Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu, rated PG-13, now playing in theaters and IMAX. Get tickets now.
Storage space fills up, revenue drops, and in that situation, even a regime that speaks the language of force begins to feel pressure in its most sensitive places. There's also a technical point here that matters. In oil well,
it's been 1 week since you looked at me. Cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me and said, "Let's together, come back and see me." 3 days in the living room. I realized it's all my fault, but couldn't tell you. Today, you've forgiven me, but it'll still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry.
And now I want to look wink to make you stop think. You think you're looking at Aquaman. I summon fish to the dish, although I like the shallow Swiss, I like the sushi, cause it's never just a frying pan. Lots like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Speak like me and rhymes, because I'm all about value. Berkey Empress got the mad hits. You try to match this, you try to hold me but I'll bust through. Gonna make a break and take a fake out like a sink and I can check out like vanilla. It's the finest of the flavors. Gonna see the jokers and you know the vertigo is gonna go, cause it's so dangerous, you'll have to sign a waiver. Can't I help it if I think it's funny when you're mad?
Trying hard to smile, I feel bad.
I'm the kind of guy who laughs and feels good.
Can't understand what I mean when you say well. I have a tendency when I'm mine, I'm a slave.
Have a history of taking off my shirt.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
It helps communities return and rebuild. And it sends a clear message to the people of Israel, you are not alone. When you donate, you're not just giving, you're rebuilding. Your support puts trees in the ground.
Bird eyes on the highway, raindrops on the window. Don't stop for the silent sound of the tire and down when the wind blows. get lost in the moment. Find peace in the night, it is what it is. You can't stop shit, just go with the flow till the flow feels right. I know to the flow with the light, and I know when the moment's right. Keep open and clear line sight, cause you lose control when the flames ignite. Calm down when I'm breathing in, exhale with the reason. I float above visions of others, up the skies bleeding. I've been lost for so long, it's getting harder for my way back home. I do not care, I'm fine right here. I feel no better, I'm out of my home. Staring at these red lights, trying to keep my head right. I don't need no bullshit, keep it from my eyes. Staring at these red lights, trying to keep my head right. I don't need no bullshit, keep it from my eyes. Can I stop me on the right one? Let me get lost in my delirium. Can I stop me on the right one? Let me get lost in my delirium. Lately I've been lazy-eyed, caught in my mind like a crazy guy. Foaming at the mouth like a raven's bite, wishing I'd be vaporized. Floating around like a rainy tide, floating the sky like a lady fly. Shit ain't free like a ladies' night, so back on the ground till my brain is fried. Sitting in the shadows of the battles that I can't escape. Seated think I'm bleeding while I'm bleeding on my lot of cake. One punch, one cake, tighten like a anime. Yeah, it'd be great if you could step out of my office space. I've been lost for so long, it's getting harder for my way back home. I do not care, I'm fine right here. I feel no better, I'm out of my home. Staring at these red lights, trying to keep my head right. I don't need no bullshit, keep it from my eyes. Staring at these red lights, trying to keep my head right. I don't need no bullshit, keep it from my eyes. Can I stop me on the right one? Let me get lost in my delirium. Can I stop me on the right one? Let me get lost in my delirium. Let me get lost in my
it is the pain waiting quietly beneath the surface until the water slows time, compromises, and allows it to remain there. The situation is so weird, baby arms from the outside. Every line in the water is a reminder that this hill is still slow in your face for the world release the stanza back for you. And the question now is whether you want to feel truly open this prayer.
Let me get lost in my delirium. Can I stop me on the right one? Let me get lost in my delirium.
Keep playing the truth. Follow us and subscribe to TVN Israel on our YouTube channel. This is the way to help us reach more people around the world.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 2.9% APR for 72 months on 2026 Sierra 1500 models.
The best thing that you can do, seriously, is to pray. So I call all of you to keep praying for the peace of Jerusalem.
Hello, this is Mati here in Jerusalem with TVN Israel.
This is Yair Pinto from TVN Israel here in Jerusalem. TVN Israel is keeping viewers informed with Israel-focused news, culture, and what God is doing in this land.
Support TVN Israel today online at tvn.org/Israel. Thank you.
One, two, three. There was a bright color garland in the lights of my garden. Said, calm yourself, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you.
Alright, everybody, welcome back. We got another video from Midwest Safety. This is California.
Into the darkness we'll find our freedom. Our hearts are one and together they beat 'em. Stars, they are falling and not so appealing. This feels like love, and love feels like healing. Anticipation slowly is building. We'll find our peace in this night so revealing. This is the moment, I hear it calling. We'll sit together and watch as the stars, they are falling for you. They're falling, they're falling. She's calling. They're falling. There was a bright color garland in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you. There was a bright color garland in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you. Levels of stress reach the peak of their crest. I smell the flowers in their hand, feel the lightness of a dress. I lay my head down and feel your heart through your chest. We can breathe it in together, we can blow on at the best. You're tending my worries, all my troubles and dreams. We can bury them together, always knowing one thing. If it comes from the earth, it's a rebirth that sings. And if it comes to fall apart, it's a new start that brings. Yeah, we're falling, we're falling. She's calling. They're falling. There was a bright color garland in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you. There was a bright color garland in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you. Inside our garden, she showed me all the things I knew I do. We walked alone inside our garden. Ooh, there was a bright color garland in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you. There was a bright color garland in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you.
Hay mucha ciencia detrás de este casco para que me proteja, así como el sistema de prevención activa Colgate Total.
Es 15 veces más eficaz combatiendo la causa principal de los problemas de salud bucal.
Prueba el sistema de prevención activa Colgate Total.
Previene los problemas antes de que empiecen.
100 years ago, no one would insure cars for military members, so a group of soldiers backed each other. Today, we're still serving the military and their families with those same values our founders shared. USAA, taking care of our own.
Let's see if they set up with some spike strips.
Boulevard, you got spikes? 676, Elizabeth has spikes set up.
I just wanna stay in the sun where I find. I know it's hard sometimes. Pieces of peace in the sun's peace of mind. I know it's hard sometimes. Yeah, I think about the end just way too much. But it's fun to fantasize. All my enemies who wouldn't wish who I was. But it's fun to fantasize. I'm boring, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm boring, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride. it's easy to say. We have a list of people that we would take. A bullet for them, a bullet for you, a bullet for everybody in this room. But they don't seem to see many bullets coming through. See many bullets coming through. Metaphorically, I'm the man, but literally, I don't know what I do. I do for you, and that's hard to do. Even harder to say when you know it's not true. Even harder to write when you know it's a lie. There were people back home trying to get you, but then you ignore them still. All these questions, they're boring. Like, who would you live for? Who would you die for? And would you ever kill? I'm boring, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm boring, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my I've been thinking too much. 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 I'm boring, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm boring, so I'm taking my time. Taking my time on my I've been thinking too much. 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 I've been thinking too much.
Across this country, they're America's largest injury law firm. Here's the crazy number. They have recovered over $25 billion for their clients, over 500,000 clients. So if you are in need of an injury law firm, you might want to look into Morgan & Morgan. All right. Thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Let's get back to the video.
Chewy is the answer to fart questions.
Should I be concerned about this?
His gas? Let's ask Live Dad. And heart questions.
She's not overdue for her harbor meds, is she?
Nope.
Right into the orchard. By the way, those into an orchard, he's crashed.
Thursday night keeps tempting me. Friday is ready for me. Weekends are my specialty. And I'm afraid that I'm going mad.
So I'm a little surprised at Graham sitting here talking about this. But they didn't immediately clear the car for the same car suspects was right in there. Something. I don't know what they did. I didn't see it on there. I thought that they would immediately for start medical code 3.
67297.
Oh man, this makes me
QuickMD connects patients with a doctor online for opioid use disorder. Start medication-assisted treatment backed by science. No judgment, no stigma, and no insurance is required. Take control and talk to a doctor today at quick.md.
Calling all water lovers and joy seekers, nightlifers, toe tappers, and spontaneous dancers. Whether you cheer from the back row or sing along in the front, we're waiting for you. Let's Texas.
I surrender. There should be no surrender at this point, honestly. You made your choice, you deal with the consequences.
I'm on that overload, overkill, I'm redlining, I'm blue pills, high octanes, my intake. I'm P-Swayze, man, point break, make no mistakes, I don't care. Not one shit will be coming here, make the room shake, earthquake, turbulence, outer space, I let it go. Cruise control, full speed ahead with my eyes closed. I smoke the best, just hydro, make my eyes red like Diablo. I'm taking off, next to go, Molotov, set the blow. These crimson eyes, I set the glow. Medieval shit, man, crossbows, dangerous, beast mode. Got catapults, holding bags of dope, man, set in stone, good to go. Found my zone in the Alamo, yeah, big time. Dinosaur, so big, colossal. You stuck in dirt, man, fossils. We taking off, full throttle, let's go. Okay, hit it, got it, did it, good like a big bad wolf when he lost in the woods, put teeth in the beat, like a rock in the hood with the clothes on the sheep, and I wish you would, try to find me like you wish you could, roll real deep and it's understood, we getting real fucked up and I'm feeling real good, gotta carry me home, Underwood, nice on a mic like a knife to the throat, guys real high cause the bass real low, right beside when you fight with the bloke, watch for your bite cause you might just choke, dead man walking into the rope, if I hit this one more time then I might just blow, fuck it then someone give me this hope, pop in the floor with ya, quick tenor order, rock the performance, top of the horn to ya, I'm with you over the top of the score like Finny's in the core, man, I'll go to war for ya. These crazy lights, these lazy lines on Franco, I got me yelling at the skylight. Inhale, exhale, clear the bone, no stale smoke. Lungs open like a ship sail. Mutiny when you double choke. My boot hits like a drum kick. No two shits, do I give a fuck? My crew's thick like a fat bitch. She's hungry, won't get eaten up. Don't step a stone, we walk tall. Footprints down the hall. Knock down, we stand up. We party hard, get your hands up. We blaze up, smoke you out. Mind traps, we poke you out. There's an undertone, don't hesitate. We low calorie, medicate. In my zone, it's sucker free. You're that bitch that sucks to me when the doctor's in. It's about y'all. Remember this, the no house call. My door's open with the nurse waiting. Sexy bitch bringing my first patient. Heart racing, paper chasing. I'm Bruce Wayne and your dick racing.
All 7,600 patrol officers, with full implementation targeted for March 2026. James.
But here's the thing about the body camera. It wasn't going to save her. I mean, it wasn't going to stop any bullets.
And then he said, devour me.
Another
I need
view
to
of
choose
what was
a dead.
happening.
Great things can happen
What I believe is we need more police, more troopers, more deputies.
Chevy Silverado HD with available Duramax diesel and power that doesn't quit and strength that doesn't even. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
He had bad intentions and probably victimizing people often with all that. With all those guns and the bulletproof vests and everything in the car.
Personal files and journal entries indicated significant psychological concerns. His writings stated that he was being followed by the feds, and they tried to intimidate him by placing spyware on his phone and firing gunshots near his home. He also wrote that his third eye
I got this feeling on this summer day when you were gone.
is felony possession of firearms. Yep. And felony evasion. This guy shouldn't get any grace. Please tell me this guy's still up there.
Joseph Turner was sentenced to 208 years to life in
So bad news. Call won't start. Don't worry, I'll call my guy. So good news.
When you're craving calls, get your burger guy on the line. Five Guys.
The one decision that I'm most proud of is definitely signing
Find styles that feel more you than ever, without compromise.
new twins. It doesn't matter what is happening in your life.
That's what makes you, you.
Kayak told me hotel prices just dropped. Now we can finally stop scrolling for travel hacks.
Alright everybody, welcome back. We got a video for you today. This is a special request video. This is, we posted one the other day and it's IZS said, hey, you wanted to see us react to the guys.
You can find me on the skyline, stomp my feet and I go bye-bye. Floating through the elevator of my mind's eye, I'm fine. Feeling dizzy like a rascal, baby, I'm crime. And if you wanna square up, then I am Einstein. Gravity bombs back at high times. Find me on a weeknight, middle of a street fight, smoking on a peace pipe, trying to get my teeth fixed right. I'm making the A's, breaking records of pace, and I need another win like the devil needs a fireplace. Smoking in the back room, sitting in the black tomb, screaming in the quiet place, hoping they'll come back soon. Fucking man, I'm tired, mate. It's really pretty pointless when you're sitting at a high rate, looking for a hideaway, smoke some and hibernate. I am great. Run into the night we come. Beat up, follow if you want me want me once. Beat up, run into the night we come. Beat up, follow if you want me want me. People going crazy and we losing control. The heat is getting hotter like the fire below. Yeah, I'm about to lose it, man, seen it before. About to hit the limit, watch my letter explode. So now I'm going, get back to California. Cause I've been all around another way, never falling. I'm flipping over tables in my local saloons. I'm out my head for something nice to give me eyes to moon. Now I know you got time for a decline. And I'm fine with the fact that I ain't fine. If you see me coming, keep on running, shit in the flow. The heat is getting hotter like the fire below. You know I'm about to lose it, man, you seen it before. About to hit the limit, watch my letter explode. No, I ain't got time for a decline. And I'm fine with the fact that I ain't fine. Let it go. Beat up, run into the night we come. Beat up, follow if you want me want me. Beat up, run into the night we come. Beat up, follow if you want me want me. Beat up, run into the night we come. Beat up, follow if you want me want me. This is hip hop, I feel like I can gridlock. Fuck the world, yeah, that's the code we live by. This is real life shit, this ain't no improv shit. My family red hot, on them take my wrist watch. We
signs of your plan on no TikTok, on no Instagram. Got the grams by the zip like keep the fire on us. They never seen us this hot. Whole team on going, we ain't pulling up at quick stops. Wait till the shit drop. Broken side of the session, just an adolescent. Been teaching rappers valuable lessons. They can feel it in my presence. I'm not your ordinary, no. Slept on yourself cause you was too busy chasing my flow. I'm chasing my dream, but my team is making it grow. Ain't no escaping it, feel like getting high when you low. But I feel amazing, they tell me I'm destined for greatness. I'm focused, not racing, going hard on a regular basis. Benjamin Franklin, dead president faces. In my pockets, some murderers behind a pen like correctional stages. Pressure ain't nothing but pressure, that's some testing on making. We all witnesses to hell on earth, heaven's awaiting. And I'ma walk the gates, walk the fake. But until then, it be the Nazi trend with the dirty hands going in. But stay rational, spreading love through this music we're making. It's all natural.
And I would hold fire until we have this scene secured.
He's approaching. Looks like he has a knife.
Here you leave today and enter a world of
Needs to back up.
for whatever you love. Infinite worlds away.
Drop it! Get on the ground! Corey's got an axe. Stop! Put the axe down now! Put it down!
All right, you're looking at the estimated feet from officers, 78 feet at this point. This matters. There's this old adage they taught us in the academy, the 21-foot rule, which means that if you don't have your gun drawn, that somebody from 21 feet from you with a knife can actually make it to you, most people, the average person, before you have a chance to pull your gun and shoot them, and they can hurt you. So the 21-foot rule, I think it's been extended now to 25 feet, and really 25 to 30 feet is too close. So let's see how close this guy gets.
Police department! Stop!
Ground!
Get on the ground!
Stop walking.
Get on the ground now! Put it down! Drop the axe now! Drop it! Drop it now! Put it down! Get on the ground! Come on, get on the ground! Put it down! Put it down!
All right, I've talked to this about it before. I don't like backing up. I won't pause it again from here on out. 44 feet. I don't want to back up. I don't know who's behind me. I don't know what's behind me. I definitely do not want to trip and fall. You hold your ground. If he does not respond to those commands, you are going to have to use lethal force. And this is a justified use of lethal force situation because he's already hurt somebody and you have fear. You have a credible fear that he might hurt you or somebody else or kill you if you don't stop him.
Put it down!
Put it down! Put it down! Put it back in his hand.
Yep. We're gonna have to engage him.
Put it down! Put it down! Up now! Put it down!
30 feet.
Now!
Too close. 25. Shoot him.
Alright, shots fired. Stop. Tactical.
Forward, shots fired, shots fired.
Move over. Move over. Move over.
Roll over!
Hey, back off.
Roll over!
Don't move! Don't move!
Alright, we're gonna need a 10 down here and another squad. Alright, I'll hold lethal. You guys get up. Let's get them away from the weapons.
32 to 16 on units. Training, you want us to respond?
That's firm.
Where's the other knife at?
Knife right here. He's got the other one.
We got two knives.
Alright, drag out that way.
Drag him or them?
Do you think he's safer?
Yeah.
4.
Hey, fire department! We need a breath!
Send that D down here. Send him down here.
Off camera, the stabbing victim is quickly transported into an ambulance, and officers now need to ensure aid is rendered to the medically unstable suspect.
Just one weapon.
So you want to make sure the weapons are secured away from him. But clearly he had an axe and a knife. Deadly force was not only justified, but needed to be taken. And they did a good job here. Nobody wants to do that, but this was, they did what they had to do.
I forget what his name is. He lives in the back there. We were just dealt with him.
Where's the other weapon at?
The axe?
Yeah.
I moved the knife over there. Axe was over here.
What's your attack 39?
We're on the bike
trail, east of Freedom. We secured the weapons.
Let me pat him down real quick.
Yes.
So Fire's getting ready to treat him. I wouldn't let Fire treat him until I knew that he didn't have any more weapons. So they're checking him right now.
Where else is he? He's hit. Head? I don't know. That's his hit? He's got multiple shots to the back, chest, arm, shoulder.
First time we met, I was tripping balls. Jeffrey shit when I touch these walls. Calling the cave in the daytime calls. Hibernate, animals. Next night out when I'm feeling great. Met this chick in an altered state. Feels big and pie state. She's a model, fuck that's great. Came in touch, said what's up. I said fucking nothing much. Asked me what I'm wearing. I said shh. Designer drugs, Lucy in the diamonds. Turn off the lights, I'm blinded. I'll spit this last night and you can call me Sky White and burn slow. I can see it through the flames of your lighter. I can see it with the lights down low. I can feel it when I'm standing beside you. Got the feeling that you wanna burn slow. I can see that you're always on a moving. I can see that you're always on go. I can feel that your mind's always running. Got the feeling that you wanna burn slow.
If I were along the police shop somewhere,
hold it in, no stove. When I'm in touch, we both smoke. If the feeling's right, we both know. The hit's too big, we both joke. Man, I love this feeling. Got my head above the ceiling, burning slow, cause we just chillin'. Got nowhere to go right here, and I just love the way that you vibe. I'm on the level and I cannot what they say. I'm on to do whatever feels right, so I lose it, no control. Light me up and just watch me go. Don't confuse it, I get stupid, I get stoned, yeah, I go ruthless, burn it slow. I can see it through the flames of your lighter. I can see it with the lights down low. I can feel it when I'm standing beside you. Got the feeling that you wanna burn slow. I can see that you're always on a moving. I can see that you're always on go. I can feel that your mind's always running. Got the feeling that you wanna burn slow. I take my time cause I know that you wanna burn slow. I take my time cause I know that you wanna burn slow.
Yeah, that's exactly who it was gonna be when we got called down here and they said he was under the bridge.
so they'd already dealt with him. They knew who it was. He ever heard him say, we knew exactly who it was once we got down here.
At home when I'm killing the page at the door because I love it, got incredible wages. I work kicking like a horny devil in Vegas. I call up a couple ladies with the medical haze. Hold the super singing ready to roll. Got the grinder out and straight at the door. Now it's time to get kinetic. We headed for vertical trap like never before. Me and the women are putting in the garage. What am I thinking? I think I want a menage. Blowing the feeling I got an inner massage. I gotta sit it. I'm thinking I'm having dinner with God. Super silver haze taking me up. Super killer babe shaking me butts. All the beauties that ain't making me pop. When I sense a bullet, I'm making me lust. That's what I yearn for. Something so beautiful when we cipher. I'm not thinking about no germs, so my turn, yo. What about some love and no concern? Though we learn, don't really make you make my worm go. Adjourn, then after we burn slow.
I can see it through the flames of your lighter. I can see it with the lights down low. I can feel it when I'm standing beside you. Got the feeling that you wanna burn slow. I can see that you're always on a moving. I can see that you're always on go. I can feel that your mind's always running. Got the feeling that you wanna burn slow. I take my time cause I know that you wanna burn slow.
So,
I take my time cause I know that you wanna burn slow. Hold it in, go stove.
The reason why
I can see it through the flames of your lighter.
Hold it in, go stove. So that you can at least say that we did everything we could to render
Go farther in the all-new Jeep Cherokee Hybrid with over 500 miles of range with no plug needed.
Billy.
So you can get all the way to the river. Now I'm back again.
It's authorized.
Known for building special bonds. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can be. Keytruda is an immunotherapy known to treat cancer. FDA approved for 18 types of cancer, including certain early stage and advanced cancers. One of those cancers is a kind of uterine cancer. called advanced endometrial carcinoma. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies and then used alone in adults when your cancer has spread or returned.
Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during
So the guy that was stabbed.
By the time you made it down to here.
I'm gonna move it down here and block the rest of this road. This is unfortunately gonna drive the road down the back of the street.
When I spin it back, hit a church bells ring. Load it up, pull it back, and the sound it goes right. When I spin it back, hit a church bells ring. Load it up, pull it back, and the sound it goes right. I be like heads high, I'm under killing with the now I see the neckline. I take my sword and cut you down, they bury you inside the ground, they bury you inside the ground. I think you up and put it on, I put you back inside the lawn. I get medieval with my font, you act like it's my phone. You call me and I can see you got exactly what you want. Break the bones in little bits, I bring the kick drum from the pit. You like the power and the pain, you little bitch. It's just a switch because I come to spit like an floppy. Things come up and things get sloppy. My cargo like Ricky Bobby, yes, cargo with Margot Robbie. You can't stop me, you can't drop me, you could never stop me. I'm a when I spin it back, hit the church bells ring. Load it up, pull it back, and the sound it goes right. I'm a when I spin it back, hit the church bells ring. Load it up, pull it back, and the sound it goes right.
I'm the real one, now you doing real shit. People show me real love, yeah, I'm really loving it. I don't think I ever stop, now I wouldn't feel right. Just give me another one, damn I love a late night. Don't you know, all I need is one spot. Raiders of the lost ark, whole place in flames. Who's to blame, leaving my mind. I'm jumping on this track, yeah, my fist is to the North Star. Ashes in the sky, leaving yours up on the dance floor. I've been doing things a little differently these days. Yeah, I keep my eyes on everyone, the haters in the shade. People underestimate these things in which I say. And I see them at my shows, bitch, it's like a parade.
When I spin it back, hit the church bells ring. Load it up, pull it back, and the sound it goes right. I'm a when I spin it back, hit the church bells ring. Load it up, pull it back, and the sound it goes right. Pull it back, down and down it goes. Pull it back, down and down it goes.
I think it's the same guy that threw all time and set us up on fire. It's in a report. You can go to
Pull it back, down and down it goes. Pull it back, down and down it goes. Pull it back, down and down it goes. Pull it back, it goes right. I'm a when I spin it back, hit the church bells ring. Load it up, pull it back, and the sound it goes right. I'm a when I spin it back, hit the church bells ring. Load it up, pull it back, and the sound it goes
I
right.
haven't seen anybody come down this way yet, though. Do you guys have caution tape? I got. Yeah.
Find a great rental car deal with Kayak. And find the confidence to do important things on your phone. Even if you still wear skinny jeans.
For you. Do not give it to anybody other than me, Jake, or Jeff. But for now,
Would you just look at those roofs? They're blocking plants, of course.
Remember how many tomatoes we had last year from these?
Dozens and dozens. Always look for Bonnie at your local gardening store.
Bonnie's your favorite for a reason.
You're right. Don't say anything. There's any spontaneous utterance. So you just gotta say I'm involved in this. That's it. But you don't need more from it.
Always good. Seriously, kids, if they sound straight up, throw an adage at the fire,
Like it was London Underground, 1980 on the steez. Sound system hits the unions walking on the streets. A fast chat on good wax, tired of the mass tax. So we need some freedom, just one night to let the hate pass. Settle a bit with another quick game. Russian roulette when I'm rushing your brain. Coming around, you huffing again. Do from your bag, you're fucking insane. How was it made? Charlemagne, sword in the stone, front of the game. Shout it like an old DJ. Pondering black, we use it like a madhouse without sedatives. We elements floating through the sky without our red wings and our medicine is heaven sent and setting, and it's hella been irrelevant. Who you think you're letting in your party? I'm rolling down my window, need some fresh air. I'm blowing out these rings, I leave my demons in say elsewhere. Cause I just need some freedom, a reason to get reckless. I'm starting to get restless, knock some buckets off my checklist. I'm rolling up my sleeves, my energy can be infectious. I'm climbing out the grave just like my house been resurrected. I finally feel alive again, my future's redirected. And I'm just moving forward, fuck the past, that shit's dissected. Yeah, it's my time right now, don't get it misunderstood. Cause that beat is right and the vibe is good. Junior man like Portion Hood, takes me back to my backward hat. Old skate shoes in my Cadillac, clean with the cute days and dudes got dropped in a bottle full of molecules. So hot that I might get a candy stop. Got what it takes to take what I got, but I got straight through. Yeah, fresh from the box, gonna dig so deep. Like a rock, yeah, lost in thought, but I found my own. Lost my mind, but I found my soul. I'm tripping down your vibe, and yeah, a little bit of freedom.
You want freedom? Look in the mirror. Say yes, master. Show no fear. Through disasters, way past the pasture. Still trouble up, run fast with no capture. All smiles, miles from the flock in a perfect rapture. Keep happily adapting to the next chapter. Lost in peaceful thoughts, engulfed in laughter. They build the wall, we build the ladder. Help me up, where's your manners? Mix some blenders, friends that scatter. So fragile, damage, shattered till nothing matters. Cut the chatter and adapt to listening. Envisioning better days, mentally rich as Benjamin. Still enslaved to change. I'm free from the store parade. I feel liberated thanks to those who paid the way.
I know we didn't pull the trigger, we were right there and I went. It's still a hell of an event.
Quick MD connects patients with a doctor authorized for opioid use disorder. Start medication-assisted treatment. Backed by science. No judgment, no stigma, no insurance. Take control and talk to a doctor today at quick.md.
I'm on Come ahead. Sorry.
The axe and knife-wielding suspect, 43-year-old Matthew James Fries, allegedly sustained bullet wounds in both legs, both arms, torso, and head before succumbing to his injuries. An autopsy confirmed he was high on methamphetamines. His criminal history stretched back to 1999, including convictions for 2 counts of first-degree assault, 2 counts of first-degree domestic violence, 3 counts of disorderly conduct, 1 count of carrying a concealed weapon, 1 count of aggravated menacing, 1 count of possessing methamphetamines, 1 count of vandalism, 1 count of trespassing in a habitation, and 1 count of resisting arrest. The shooting was unprecedented in November. Captain James Caulfield said it was the first time an officer had shot someone in his 25 years on the force. Thankfully, the cabin victim was taken to the center of hope, where he received treatment for his strategies and methamphetamine from the first of the violence. While the confinement officers identified him as the Ohio
So big, colossal, you stuck in dirt, man, fossils. We taking out full throttle, let's go.
The case has since been closed.
Yeah, so there you go. It takes time to get this letter. This is
Got it, get it, good like a big bad wolf when he lost in the woods, put teeth in the pit like he's rocking a hood with the clothes of a sheep, and I wish you would try to find me like you wish you could. Roll real deep and it's understood, we getting real fucked up and I'm feeling real good, gotta carry me home. Underwood, nice on a mic like a knife to the throat, nights real high cause the bass real low, right beside when you fight with the blow, watch where you bite cause you might just choke, dead man walking into the rope, if I hit this one more time then I might just blow. Fucking in someone lead this whole pop in the floor with it, break down the order, rock the performance, top of the morning to ya. Awkwardly over the top of the score like Prince in the core, man. I'll go to war for ya. These crazy lights, these lazy nights on Franco, I got me yelling at the skylight.
And then they also have this new Inhale, exhale, clear the road, no stale smoke. Lungs open like a ship sail. Mutiny when you double talk. My booty hits like a drum kick. No two shits, do I give a fuck? My crew thick like a fat bitch. She's hungry for getting up. Don't step a stone, we walking tall. Footprints down the hall. Knock down, we stand up. We party hard, get your hands up. We blaze up, smoke you out. Mind trap, we poke you out. There's an undertone, don't hesitate. We low calorie, we medicate. In my zone, it's sucker free. You're that bitch that sucks to be. When the doctor's in, it's about y'all. Remember, there's the no house calls. My door's open with the nurse waiting. Sexy bitch bringing my first patient. Heart racing, paper chasing. I'm Bruce Wayne and your dick Grayson. And I hope you enjoyed it.
I'm feeling hold up, I'm going nuts, already rolled up, all of the buds. I just wanna feel some sunshine, get back to good, same as everybody in my neighborhood. Something tells me that it's over, no going back, can't put the rabbit back in the hat. I'm just trying to stay sober, I wish I could, same as everybody in my neighborhood. This is for my people out there feeling like they black sheep, running from the wolves that are nipping at your back feet. Leather jacket, pocket knives, fencing in the back streets, burst into flames like a match to a gas leak. Only thing that kept me back in school was art class. Had a friend with the black flag armband. He said it's cool if they all don't understand you. Just be yourself. You know what you're here to do. There's the haters, there's the bullies, there's the know-it-alls, but they just hate the faults, so they just hate us all. It's irrelevant if they feel big and tall, cause we're just tiny ants out in space on a giant ball. Hate on them, wait on them, go throw some shade on them. Hate on them, wait on them, go throw some shade on them. Wanna call me weak cause you think you're strong, doesn't make you feel good. Wanna shut me up cause you think I'm wrong, doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make you right. It doesn't make you right.
Sometimes I wonder why, I can't understand. My head keeps running like a river over troubled sand. And I'm just thinking of these reasons you would do me wrong. I can't think of one, I guess we all got our opinions. And I'm just out here trying to be good, do right, trying to do things in my life. You just love causing me strife. Keep my eyes closed, my head down, pass straight, my mind clear. My energy stays vibrant cause I'm vibing on that right shit, yeah. And fuck that bullshit holding me down. Only way out of here's up. Y'all too busy sticking around for me.
Hate on them, wait on them, go throw some shade on them. Hate on them, wait on them, go throw some shade on them. Wanna call me weak cause you think you're strong, doesn't make you feel good. Wanna shut me up cause you think I'm wrong, doesn't make you feel good.
Hancock Lumber, we help you get the job done with confidence. That's what it means to always be on time, in full, in every way.
This is here. The hair's not ready. I need the Tresemme A-list collection now. Oh, that's all?
That's all.
She smiled.
Miranda never smiles. Tresemme, get your hair on the A-list. The Devil Wears Prada 2, now in theaters.
I am everything that I said I am. Keep my shit tight, man. Motherfucking Hoover Dam. And I ain't cracking anytime soon. My mindset is fine tuned. That's where I will be mine soon. Showdown in high noon, sharp as a harpoon. Crash like a monsoon, style like a costume. I'm constantly awesome. Voice fresh as spring, yo, my beats about to blossom. Caution, get out the pit when I'm moshing. My friends are a high, yeah, I'm nice and I got them that way. We bows on parade, my bows for the weed, man. Higher than a pterodactyl, you can call me caveman. California raisin, hear me through the grapevine. Dirty BB days to give up, man, I'm feeling just fine. I be out in Vegas while your bitches just a state line. I ain't never stopping till I finally feel I got mine.
We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is on blood and thicker than water, like Goonies never say die. Oh, cause Goonies never say oh, cause Goonies never say die.
I'm like an avalanche. I get stupid when I want to. Rain Man, I keep it flowing now. I do the rain dance. Man, everybody loves me, call me Rain Man. Here I go, I be getting so high like I'm standing on my tippy toes. Spread my wings and fly, but I got 2 arms where my wings should go. Hungry as an animal, tearing down the devil's door. He's selling me a soul for all the lyrics in my arsenal. Eyes red, lungs full, half-master flagpole. I'm about to kill this beat and throw it in a drowning pool. Hairline style, cool, lyrics fresh, jet fuel. On this track, no looking back, I'm hippie like a hacky sack. Smoother than a Cadillac, leave MCs needing Medivac. Yeah, I lost my shit, but bitch, you know I got my passion back. Locked inside my temper trap, I'm laughing at y'all pussycats. Cause I ain't never stopping till the top is what I'm looking at.
We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is on blood and thicker than water, like Goonies never say die. Oh, cause Goonies never say oh, cause Goonies never say die. Okay, listen up, kiddos, I'm a shark, you're a minnow. Balls on your chin, call your bitch Jay Leno. Don't go swimming, cause your shit sounds minstrel. And we ain't here to play Dr. Dre South Central. Spit barbiturates to make you rub your tits and shit. Have your body moving, shaking hips with throwing fits. Willie sitting high, just as out of time as 9. Now I'm flowing my DeLorean, Marty McFly. Yeah, anybody home, 2 spliffs to the dome. It's a headshot, dreadnought, noobs get honed. Yeah, I fucking said it, it was so last year. I got a pack full of gear and a trunk full of beer. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water, like Goonies never say die. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water, like Goonies never say die. Oh, lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Goonies never say oh, lay down, we ain't going nowhere. Goonies never say die. Goonies never say die.
Chevy trucks are as capable and hardworking as the Chevy people who drive them. They don't need permission to get going, and they all have that little extra something. Maybe you got it too. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Visit Chevy.com to explore the truck lineup.
One, two, three.
There was a bright color garland in the lights of my garden. Said, call yourself darling.
I'll find your peace of mind.
Title, all the haters,
I'm not gonna pander for clicks by pretending that Erica Kirk might have been complicit in Charlie Kirk's murder.
I got some links for you, man.
The darkness will find my freedom. Our hearts are one and together they beating. Stars that are falling and not so appealing. This feels like love and love feels like healing. Anticipation slowly is building. It's not so revealing. This is the moment I hear it calling. We'll sit together and watch as the stars they are falling for you.
Welcome to GP Reaction on my Monday friends. This is where we help spread the light of truth and freedom. Because truth conquers AI. It's got my new magic merch in. So this is how we do America. And by the way, I think this is one of the primary reasons why Venture Bureau is crashing out. Seemingly by my observation, the number one cause that people most passionate about is Israel. And God love him, he has that right. I don't see it that way, but that's his right. However, as he screams louder and louder about greatest ally, strength. Come on, everybody, Israel.
When my levels of stress reach the peak of a crest, I smell the flowers in the hand, feel the lightness of a dress. I lay my head down and feel your heart through your chest. We can breathe it in together, we can blow on at the best. You tend to my worries, all my troubles and dreams. We can bury them together, always knowing one thing. If it comes from the earth, it's a rebirth that sings. And if it comes to fall apart, it's a new start that brings. Yeah, we're falling, we're falling. She's calling. They're falling. There was a bright color garden. One lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind for you. There was a bright color garden. In the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind.
That political ideology by co-opting the theology of Judaism. Hey, Jewish people, you can't be against us. Makes you an anti-Semite. Like, no, we're not against you for being Jewish.
We walked alone inside our garden.
Anyway,
she showed me all the things I do.
It's less popular.
We walked alone inside our garden.
Are just caring less and less. Therefore, what he has to say is less and less relevant.
There was a bright color garden in the lights of my garden. Said, call me soft, darling. I'll find your peace of mind. There was a bright color garden in the lights of my garden.
I have never
Said,
met
call me
people
soft,
who are
darling.
more hard scrabble,
I'll find
even in a
your
place
peace
that
of mind.
requires you to work like 2 or 3 different jobs. We have watched this state become essentially unlivable for working class people, and it makes me deeply angry. I'm Graham Plattner, the Marine Corps veteran oyster farmer running for Senate in Maine to defeat Susan Collins. I did 4 infantry tours in the Marine Corps and the Army. I'm not afraid to name an enemy. It's the billionaires and the politicians who sell us out. Susan Collins has been in charge and making policy and decisions the entire time that things have been getting worse for the working family. Nobody I know around here can afford a house. Healthcare is a disaster, hospitals are closing. We need a government that works for people like us, but you're supposed to fight for the things you love. This is our home, and I will fight tirelessly for it. For you.
Sometimes I'm feeling sick, I'm out here all alone.
Always.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm Graham Platt.
Sometimes I don't know where I'm going. When I get there, yeah, I know I'm gonna feel right at home. You know my verses go my cursing at my telephone. I hear them calling, but I ain't hearing it. I'm out here trying to take it slow.
All the haters, it's my ass. So,
I ain't got the time, yeah, I got somewhere else to go.
I don't know if there's a less but it's cute. So here's a clip from that video of Ben getting somewhere. I will preface this by saying, he's in the public life. I'm in the public life. He says that it's fair game. It might be
I'm gonna let you know when I get there. I'm gonna
harder than you know.
Gonna trade them in for a cloud of smoke. Leave them in the sand, let my worries go. And then I'll let you know. Oh yeah,
I don't think it helps viewership. It just looks like he's crashing out. Kind of because he is. Take a look.
Yeah.
Well, according to New York Magazine,
I think I need to change the pace. Okay, I think I need to change the pace. Cause this shit is getting silly. This shit is gonna kill me. Wanna run just like Achilles. Need a new city, need some new titties. You and you come visit me. Build a new temple, come with me. Evidently, it's simple. Get a little hippie chick, have some little hippie kids. Find them snoring pixie sticks. If that's a life you wanna live, or go outside and make it then.
Free market.
But I ain't hearing it. I'm out here trying to take us out. But I ain't stopping. I ain't stopping. Cause I ain't got the time. Yeah, I got somewhere else to go.
Who will never be able to get a human woman pregnant natural. Or Tucker Carlson, anti-capitalist, Muslim apologist. Just so you know, that is
When I get there, I'm gonna ditch these clothes. No more suits and ties, only real people. When the time is right and the sun is low, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know. When I get there, I'm gonna ditch these clothes. Gonna trade them in for a cloud of smoke. Leave them in the sand, let my worries go. And I'll let you know. Oh yeah, I'll let you know.
Or maybe Candace Owens, confirmed slanderer of widows, connoisseur of French testicles. Or maybe Megan Kelly, the Corey Grandma Greg New York Magazine writes.
Grandma Greg, I don't. I get it.
I like
Candace Owens, French testicle.
It's just like a very cool way to approach that extremely quickly. If I go here and Figma, I just have this design here that I can take the link, I can copy it, like this, then I can go to it and I can paste the link. Use the Figma skill to implement it was like 90% of the way there.
Let my worries go, and then I'll let you know. Oh yeah, I'll let you know.
Luxury diapers with cloud touch softness. For diapers so soft, it's like wearing a cloud. Find comfort with Millie Moon.
My black Impala goes 85.
Of the Daily Wire can be seen as better warning than traditional Republicans. Shapiro conservatism in 2027. It retains significant
on the wall.
and it is being fast rejected as a mutual harassment of the
I don't think it's wrong.
They say I'm lazy, but it takes all my time. I think it's crazy that I turned out just fine. I get in trouble, but I just make the call. My manager, he gon' take care of it all. Yeah, life's been good to me. 2 bottles of booze got me screaming Happy New Year in the middle of June, man. It's been good to me, shouldn't complain, but sometimes I do, cause it comes with the fame.
Absolutely crazy, but I have a good time. Life's been good to me so far.
There's not really
My black Impala goes 85.
either side of the court.
I lost my license to
I also
beach house, gold records on the wall.
Tucker Carlson, Candace
I'm in the water, so don't even go. Well, life's been good to me, manifest destiny. Life's been bad to me, but it doesn't have to be. You need both with the comedy and tragedy. One smile, one frown, it's a masterpiece. On islands, eyelids are off-grid. Blue screens, our blue dreams are diving. No cop, yeah, I am the top 10. Please have a seat on my frenzy when I win. They say I'm crazy, but I have a good time. Life's been good to me so far. My black Impala goes 85. I lost my license, so when I drive. I got a beach house, gold records on the wall. I'm in the water, so don't even go. Life's been good to me so far.
more, it makes people like what I think is far more savory is that what your audience has, they can at least still respect you if you honestly believe it. But if you're just telling them lies that are provably false, this is so provably false, makes your audience not like you because you're out of integrity and you treat your audience like they're stupid. So here's Ben Shapiro.
He's surprised that Massey's friends are all of the most conspiratorial anti-Israel people on planet Earth.
By conspiratorial, it means like they're America first. They don't do the stand with Ukraine thing. They don't do the stand with Ukraine thing. They don't fall for Biden's propaganda. That's what Thomas Massey said.
That would include Jay Wheeler. And he put out a tweet. If Representative Thomas Massey loses tomorrow, the Republicans will become Israel's party.
I 100%. We'll get back to the video in just a second, but first, I want to tell you about on-charges infrared sonogram. Because we're living in a new paradigm of health where now even the common person has woken up and realized nobody's healthy by accident anymore. 73% of people are overweight and obese. We have 77% of young people unfit for military service. 6 out of 10 kids have a chronic disease. And it's not just disease you need to be aware of. It's the reduced quality of life, reduced energy that you have every day when you're not healthy. That's why I absolutely love my infrared sauna blanket. You can burn up to 600 calories in one session, flush out toxins. It's an excellent way to reduce stress, and I always see that. And I always keep in mind this study out of Finland that shows regular sauna use equals a 40% reduction in all-cause mortality. The infrared sauna blanket is the most convenient, affordable sauna system on the market. It's powerful, heats up quickly, cleans up quickly. I love it. If you want to take responsibility for your health and how you feel and function on a daily basis, go to oncharge.com/JPReacts and check out the infrared sauna blanket. Be sure to use the discount code JPReacts for 15% off. And for even more savings, you should know all of OnCharge products are HSA, FSA eligible, offering you up to a 40% tax savings. That's oncharge.com/JPReacts. Back to the video.
It's about Israel. By the way, it's not about Israel. I'll explain in a moment. Republicans will give them as much of our money as possible and go to war for them whenever they ask. Israel 100% control the GOP because every member will be scared to death of opposing. Now, again, the reason why Massey is in hot water here has nothing to do with his stance with regard to Israel.
It has nothing to do with his stance on Israel. That's why AIPAC, Israel's lobby, has put over $15 million behind his opponent, and other Israel interests have put another $17 million behind his opponent. Because it has nothing to do with Israel.
Everything to do with his stance with regard to conspiratorial nonsense that Jeffrey Epstein. There we go! I love it!
Conspiratorial nonsense having to do with Jeffrey Epstein. You'll see some other clips where Diamond just telling you you're stupid. There's any criminal activity in Epstein files. Which, by the way, they have nothing to do with Israel. It only has to do with conspiratorial nonsense with Epstein. Did you know Epstein has something to do with Israel? What degree of separation?
Guys, he's still connected! And the fact that he's voting against a wide variety of President Trump's priorities in Congress. This is Ron Paul typically votes against large priorities of the Republican Party.
90% of the time, statistically, Thomas Massey does vote with the Republican Party. It'd be fine if he doesn't. If the Republican Party is doing the corruption, like, please don't vote with them. But this has been a propaganda point against Thomas Massey. He always votes against the Republican Party. 10% of the time he does vote against it. 90% of the time he votes with it.
Just ticked off President Trump pretty extraordinarily. Massey is trying his dumb routine. Massey himself is out there saying that Israel is trying to buy his seat in Congress. Again,
Midoud, okay. We're doing cool guy talk here, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of having substance to prove this fact incorrect, do cool guy talk. Let me demonstrate. This is how done you're supposed to be. Thomas Massey is lying that Israel is trying to buy his seat in Congress. Yeah, they expect it. I did. You're gonna believe this? You're gonna believe with your eyes and your tongue. I did. Does that qualify as condescending? I did. It does. Let's go.
Like this tactic is one of the dumbest tactics. I just have to say it's such an incredible.
He is literally pretty dumb.
The tactic made for stupid. In reality,
this is also a manipulation tactic that he's calling the tactic of Thomas Massey, just telling the truth. Israel interest is funding my opponent, so Ben Shapiro calls that truth a tactic. Cool. Now we can separate it from the truth. Okay, is it? That's not true. It's a tactic. Yeah, it's a tactic for stupid people. And the manipulation one is you don't want to qualify yourself as a stupid person, which means you can't fall for Thomas Massey's tactic, which is actually, I can't fall for the truth. The tactic is the truth. Not that I'm just here to deconstruct manipulation, but that's what that is.
If people who are pro-Israel do not like Thomas Massey, because Thomas Massey has engaged in every conspiracy theory it is possible to engage in.
How many conspiracy theories
made common cause with most anti-Israel people? That's true. But the reason that Thomas Massey is actually in trouble is because the Trump administration has decided to oppose him on the basis of completely other issues.
Why the Trump administration says we protect Epstein criminals. Opposing Massey's stance of we should go after them. That's actually, we're just being honest, that's what made President Trump turn. So, to Ben's credit, Thomas Massey does 100% oppose Trump.
And so the usual game that is now played right now on the right, in a very podcast scam right. The game that is played is there will be a critique that has nothing to do with Israel, and the first thing you do is you claim that it's about Israel.
Right. Right. So on the State Department's website, it says, we are in this war with Iran at the request of Israel. It literally says that on the State Department website. So the podcast people, I guess like myself, claim we're in this war with Iran because of Israel. Is that what we're doing, man?
In an attempt to chin up crazier part of the Republican thing.
Now, I think another big piece that makes Ben crash out is not just his stance on Israel, but his stance on the Epstein files, which also has to do with Israel. To be honest, it is very distinct, favorable in the eyes of people when you look them in the eyes and say, there's nothing in the Epstein files, we need to move on. Well, if there's nothing in them, what's the harm of just looking and not moving on? Most people that come, I mean, that's President Trump's downfall. He used to have, like, every Republican loved President Trump, and now that's incredibly fractured. Trump coming out in favor of Epstein files, concealment, telling us they don't exist, they do exist, pose that they exist, but there's nothing to see. That is causing popularity. By the FBI,
show that, in fact, Jeffrey Epstein, pedophilic sex ring, running all over the world in holiday for years.
I'll tell you why he wanted to show that. Because there's been a lot of things that by corporations. So, like, kind of, you want to Are they crisis actors? Are they crisis actors? They must be, because I'm too stupid to think they're actual victims.
That is a comforting thought for a lot of people about the nature of how politics works. That actually there is a coterie of people who are very sophisticated, who are running everything in American public life, and those people are being linked
At the University of Arizona Global Campus,
By discounting all that, is he trying to suggest that political leaders and politics is full of integrity and honesty? I think that's what he's trying to suggest.
There's a large swath of people for whom this idea is appealing. The evidence is not there. If the evidence presents itself, we will be happy to cover it.
I don't think you will be happy to cover it. Let's talk about Lex Wessner, amongst others. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Ben Shapiro crashing out, screaming louder and louder about Israel good, Epstein files, nothing to see there. That's why we don't let you see them. So, I don't know. At this point, you probably either think he looks like an idiot or I look like an idiot. One or both of those is probably true. But let me know what you think about these Ben Shapiro crashing out clips in the comments below, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Till then.
Cause the rain already fell, and we already been through hell. Bad days gonna get better. I've been down to the bottom and I've been up to the top, but I prefer the middle cause my mind, it cannot stop thinking. My highs are highs and my lows are lows. I wish that I could find some ground to just slow down and grow, but maybe it's extremes that I need, please. And maybe it's the nature of my beast, please. I grab onto the good times and push away the bad, but holding on just uses all the energy I've had. It's hard sometimes.
Save Americans well over $2 billion a year by officially terminating the Biden administration's ridiculous regulations imposing costly requirements on refrigerators and air conditioners. It's ridiculous, unnecessary, and costly, and actually makes the machinery worse. I want to thank the PA Administrator, Lee Zeldin, John Houston. John, thank you. I think you did very well in your race. That's what the word is. And Anthony, you're doing very well also.
It's so fresh, you can feel the sunshine, heal the pain. The way that the wind blows slow through my window, the glow from the stained glass, beautiful and simple, reminds me that yes, we all just need a breath. And yes, sometimes this life can feel just like a mess, but I'm just out here living for the good days and bad, and I'ma give it everything I had. I know, it's hard sometimes,
just like you're supposed to look. Fairway Store CEO Reynolds Kramer. Okay. Hello, Reynolds. Maybe I won't look around every time. Why not stop CEO and co-owner Ann Boutier?
Bad days gonna get better.
Columbiana Foods co-owner Ron Graff Sr.
And we already been through hell. Bad days gonna get better. Bad days, bad days, bad days. Gonna be alright. Bad days, bad days, bad days. Gonna be alright. Bad days, bad days, bad days. Gonna be alright. Bad days, bad days, bad days.
Franchise owner, Food Fresh owner, Michael Gay.
Hard times come,
And this
hard
is a
times go,
representative
it'll
of
all
a very
get better
large-scale
now.
retailer under the Biden administration's so-called technology transition rule trade for companies to adopt high-cost refrigerants. Gas has been driving up the price of transport, storage, and storing refrigerants. Many grocery stores and restaurants had no choice but to replace their refrigerators entirely. They went out of business, half of them. And these costs rose. Americans faced higher grocery prices and reduced access to critical medical supplies. It was a very catastrophic thing that they did. At the same time, this rule also drove up the cost of living by forcing consumers to purchase higher cost residential air conditioning units. They went up very substantially in cost, and also they would be obsolete very quickly.
Oh, that's what I was doing.
It created national security risk by adding additional hurdles to the already complicated process of manufacturing semiconductors. So it was a mess. Likewise, the so-called emissions rule imposed crippling leak repair requirements on virtually all existing large-scale refrigeration systems,
It's where people get
hurting
together and there's
consumers
singing,
and small
and there's dancing,
businesses,
and
making
there's
it
music, and it's a
almost
chance to show how
impossible for many
amazing all different
small
kinds of humans
businesses
are.
to even buy inferior
One big family,
equipment.
really. And we
And
get
this
to
is
raise
all
some
across
money
the
for
country.
children's
The higher
education.
cost threatened thousands of jobs. Was passed on in the form of higher
Well, I
prices
definitely
and
need
higher
some singing
taxes.
lessons from you, although I'd love that.
Today's
But what
reforms
I'd really
will
like to
deliver
ask is if you could
significant
help
financial
try and
relief,
find some
saving American
giant
families
stars
and
to be part of the
businesses
show.
more than $2.4 billion.
That is a fantastic idea.
Thanks to today's reforms, the American people have lower grocery prices, cheaper transportation of goods, lower cost of air conditioning,
That's a brilliant idea.
at no
The only thing
detriment
is, how
at
do we
all
get hold
to
of
our
BTS?
country. Zero.
Wait, who's on the phone, Elmo?
Including environmental detriment. My administration's historic
RM, Sugar,
deregulatory
J-Up,
agendas
Jim, and
already
Joe Cook, and
saved our
Jane.
country
Elmo and I are
an
wondering if you guys might want to join us on
$1.2
July
trillion.
19th.
That's
We'll
been
be
done
there,
over
Chris, for sure.
Thank you so much. Okay.
1.2 trillion with
We
a
just
T.
need one more
We're committed to fixing the
star.
Did someone say
and really completely ending Biden's disastrous regulatory policies and delivering financial relief to each and every American, which is what we're doing. This was a tremendous burden,
But this
a
show is
tremendous
more
cost.
about
These people had to live with it.
I mean, it's about
not only
togetherness, really.
refrigerants, but a lot more. And it was making the equipment unaffordable.
As long as I don't
And
have to share a
the
dressing room.
actual benefit was gone.
Will the show have any
It just
surprises?
made it worse.
Absolutely.
Made life worse. Made it worse, and it drove up costs tremendously. So now I'd like to ask
I mean, we can
Administrator
dream
Lee Sheldon.
Shakira, I mean,
Absolutely
I'm
fantastic.
sure
She's
she's
doing
just
an incredible
way
job. We're
too
proud of
busy.
Shakira's in it. She's bringing cookies.
Wow.
Is incredible. Followed by Greg, Kevin, and Michael. Is that okay?
Can you believe it? They're doing a halftime show during the World Cup final.
You
That
know,
doesn't sound half
many
bad.
Americans
Well, it doesn't sound half
were
good either.
expressing a lot of frustration and anger
You guys are invited
of
too.
this
Everyone's
rushed,
invited, right?
frantic, reckless
Okay,
response
so
by
let's
the
go.
Biden
All right, and we'll take
administration
it away.
to phase out reliable equipment for grocery stores, restaurants, the consequences, well, they've been devastating. And once again, the Trump administration is answering the call, which will lower the cost of living for hardworking American families. Now look at this chart to your far right. Today's actions are saving over $2.4 billion for American families. It's safeguarding 350,000 jobs. Just in supermarkets alone, we're going to see a savings of $800 million, which Americans will be able to see when they go and buy their food. Biden EPA face planted with trying to jam through their restrictions. Americans who wanted to be able to fix their equipment were instead being required to buy far more costly new equipment, and that just doesn't make any sense. Refrigeration trucks were being handed impossible restrictions to meet. Once again, here we are in the Oval Office. President Trump is righting another wrong. At the Trump EPA, we are proudly implementing President Trump's agenda every single day and delivering for the American people. Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, Lee. Look, on behalf of the Kroger Company and we operate about 2,700 supermarkets. An orderly transition of equipment reduces both capital costs and operating costs. And at the end of the day, that's good for consumers because we're able to take that and put that into lowering prices, which is the key objective that we have in our business. So thank you very much. Exactly. So it allows us, instead of having to outlay more capital at a faster rate and more operating costs, to change that equipment. Yeah, so that allows us, obviously these things have a lifespan, but an orderly transition allows us to move through that in a way which keeps the price of groceries down, and that's something that we're, desperately focusing on, Mr. President.
Thank you. My name's Kevin McDaniel. We operate 14 Piggly Wiggly stores in North Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. On behalf of NGA, the Piggly Wiggly family, which has about 250 stores in the Southeast, we want to thank President Trump for rolling this terrible Biden legislation back, because without it, there would have been a lot of independents out of business. And what people don't realize is it's just not a refrigerant change. It was a equipment change. And those equipment per store, you take a store, our stores run from 25 to 50,000 square feet. You get to look for $800,000 to $1.5 million per store to do a change out. That would have done. No, absolutely not.
It would be inferior equipment because you weren't able to use a refrigerant.
It was thrown together too fast. The technology's not there yet. It's just way too fast. That's the problem. Good idea, but it's terrible. So you would have had all these independents go out of business. You'd had independents out of business, and you would have seen grocery prices soar. That's what would have happened if this went through. President Trump, thank you very much on behalf of all every independent in the United States. Thank you so much.
The bottom line is, so you have great equipment that works incredibly, takes care of your meats and foods and everything out of beautiful refrigeration systems. Take it out and replace it with stuff that barely works, costs a fortune, and it's no good. Think of it. And everyone's going to go bankrupt because the equipment is much more expensive. So the big thing now, we're going to get rid of the law on the side. Quite a while ago, and we have to get rid of that because ultimately we want to make it permanent. There's no negative impact by having a food system, but there's a tremendous impact. I think it's going to be bad because a lot of people said the other stuff doesn't cool your product.
That is the problem.
It's so crazy. Please.
Michael Gay, I have a single store, Food Fresh in Claxton, Georgia, and exactly, to echo everyone up here,
right out here in my
these refrigeration costs, I'm the only store in a county of 10,000.
I know what's in my yard.
I literally, 2 years ago, put in equipment that should have about 20 more years of useful life to replace literally every single piece of equipment in our store.
And it's safe
would
for
have
pets
been unbelievably cost prohibitive. Driving up costs as we fight every day to try to get them as low as we can. And, if that cost gets too high, especially attached to regulation, do you have independent stores closed in neighborhoods that once I go away, you've created a food desert? So it's very beneficial that this happened today. It's much more complicated than anyone thinks, and to try to rush this through was just the wrong way to go. So we are very appreciative of you today.
I have one grocer who's a friend of mine. He's pretty big, and he said, I'm going to go ahead of the schedule, and he actually replaced a lot of his equipment. He called me up, he said, this crap doesn't work. It doesn't cool the food. So, you know about that, right? What a shame. Okay, would anybody, Kevin, would you like to say something?
I'd just like to say, sir, that this is part of your overall regulatory agenda, and the big number, 1.2 trillion, is the savings so far, but we're going to be hitting that every year. And we're rolling back stuff that everywhere we look, there's stuff that's as awful as this. And I think that really one of the leaders has been Lee, because the EPA has been at a holdup for so many years. But Lee is just out there saving Americans money. And right now, again, if you look at that number, it's $14,000 per family. It's been saved at reduced cost because of your regulatory.
Do we agree that Lee is an MVP candidate? MVP VID. No, he's done a great job, and he sees what's good, and he's a big environmentalist. I mean, he wants to make sure everything is good, but he also sees stupid things like this. Senator, would you like to speak? Sure.
Well, Mr. President, I'd like to thank you for this because this hits our goal of trying to keep prices low for working families in America, cost of food. I have the Graff family here right behind it. They operate 3 grocery stores in Columbiana County. They had already upgraded their refrigeration systems a few years ago. This was going to cost them millions of more dollars in Columbiana County, which is not an affluent county. It has a grocery store in East Liverpool, Ohio, which is the hometown of the late great Lou Holtz. And these people, not only would it raise food costs, but it might force them to shut a grocery store down so that the town didn't even have a grocery store. So you're saving money for working families and their grocery prices. You're also saving grocery stores so that we don't have food deserts in rural places across our country.
Mr. President, I think it is so important that the people see what you choose to hang right by your desk, which is the Declaration of Independence, which is a reminder that government at its core is supposed to function in a way that allows people the opportunity to pursue happiness and not work against them by coming up with regulations that just make it harder to live, more expensive to live. And from day one, I remember standing with you with the same crew of folks. From day one, you have been digging into all of these regulations that are issued with no thought to how they affect real people and real small businesses and businesses trying to step up and provide jobs and lift up their communities. Thank you for that. Thank you for getting back to the core of what government is supposed to be, and that is working in the interests of the people.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good job. Thank you, everybody. So any questions?
Yes, Mr. President. How much do you expect to save the average family every $100? And do you expect to change alcohol industry?
Very, very substantial. It's going to be a big saving. We're breaking it down. In fact, numbers are coming out this afternoon sometime, but the average family will save a lot of money, and you can have stores. You know, nobody actually thought of it until it was mentioned this morning. You will have stores closing down in areas where they're not going to have a store anymore. And you really are being forced to spend money, much more money, on much more expensive equipment that really doesn't work. This friend of mine is a very savvy guy, and big league stuff, and he put some in because he wanted to see it. He said this stuff doesn't work. It doesn't cool the food properly. That's why they call the thing that we're talking about a refrigerant for a reason. It's a refrigerant. So that's it. Please, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. President Trump. Are there any assurances from the grocery chains that they'll pass these savings down to consumers?
Well, let's ask Kroger about that. Come on. That's a very good question. You have the biggest right here.
Yeah. We're actually right in the middle of doing that at the moment. So we're concerned about the cost of living. It makes a big difference when you get your pricing right, and we certainly are interested in ensuring that all our customers right across the country are paying the right price.
You know, if it were the right thing to do, if it would be, bad for the environment, what they had, I'm all for it. I'm all for that stuff. But when you're forced to put in very inferior equipment that's not going to work, you're going to be wasting a lot of food product because it doesn't cool the food properly. And it's actually a bad thing, and the bad thing is more expensive than what they already have. And in many cases, they just put it in. They just put in the other apparatus, and a lot of people have said they've spent money recently to do it, and then this rule came up out of nowhere, and the stuff they just put in, they have to change. I'd be all for changing if it was good, even if it was a little bit good. But this is actually bad.
Yeah, do you not have any environmental concerns, though?
No, there is no environmental concern. Lee covered that really well. There's no environmental concern. It's not going to have any impact on the environment.
Mr. President, with many Americans concerned about affordability ahead of the midterms, there is some backlash among the Senate Republicans to some of the other priorities, the ballroom and the anti-weaponization fund. You clearly still have a stronghold in the Republican Party. Your candidates did very well this week during the primaries. But are you losing control of the Senate?
Not all candidates.
But are you losing control of the Senate, sir? Are you losing control of the Senate Republicans?
I don't know. I really don't know. I can tell you, I only do what's right. I I don't need money for the ballroom. You know, I'm making a gift of the ballroom. This is the biggest misreporting that I've ever seen. The ballroom is being built. It'll cost. It was going to be $200 million. I've doubled the size of it because we need it, and it's being done in conjunction with the military and with the very much in conjunction with the military and Secret Service. We're on time, on budget. It's going beautifully. Have all the money I need. We're making a gift to the United States. They came along and they said we want to make it the house, the White House, overall more secure. And I understand that. Not for me because I'll be gone. You know, I'll be gone and you'll have somebody else in for hopefully hundreds of years. But that's what they're doing it for. The ballroom is paid for. It's a gift. I mean, I want to make it clear because so many people say, I thought you were giving this away. And all of a sudden, the money that they're spending is for security, having to do maybe around the ballroom and other parts of the house. But this is not for the ballroom. The ballroom is being a tremendous amount of what's being done with respect to the ballroom is for national security, including, as an example, a drone port on top of which was top secret until litigation made it less than top secret. But we have a drone port. We have the glass that's 4 inches thick, bulletproof glass. We have bulletproof walls. We have things. You need a place like this, but this is being made as a gift from me and other people that are great patriots and spend a lot of money. We're building what will be the finest ballroom anywhere in the world. If they want to spend money on securing the White House, I think it would be very, very much a good expenditure, but the ballroom is being built.
Well, what if Congress doesn't sign off on the security funds?
Then the White House won't be a very secure place.
But then regarding Cuba, there was an aircraft carrier that just arrived there this week. This aircraft carrier. Are you sending that there to intimidate the Cuban government?
No, not at all. Cuba, look, it's a failed country. Everybody knows it. They don't have electricity. They don't have money. They don't have really anything. They don't have food. And we're going to help them along, and we're going to help them because number one, I want to help them. I want to on a humanitarian basis, but we have the Cuban American population, much of it living in Miami and Florida. That's a great group of people, amazing group of people, industrious, they're great Americans. They've wanted this to happen. They want to go back to their country. They want to help their country. I hope they're going to stay here, but they want to go back. They want to invest in their country and, see if they can bring it back. Other presidents have looked at this for 50, 60 years doing something, and it looks like I'll be the one that does it, so I would be happy to do it. We want to open it up to Cuban Americans where they can go back and help.
On the last election on why you wanted Democrats lost. One thing that it mentions is how they failed to reach Middle America, Southern Americans. Do you think they've learned lessons from that election, and have you seen that report?
I think the elections are so rigged, we have to do something about it, and we're going to do something about it. But we cannot continue to have, and frankly, the Senate and the House, they ought to get together and they ought to pass the Save America Act so that you have voter ID, and it's so important. You have proof of citizenship, little thing like proof of citizenship, and also mail-in voting, which is so crooked. So in Maryland, as you probably saw, they had 500,000 mail-in votes that were corrupt. They were corrupt. They said the printer made a mistake. Don't believe that. And they got caught with 500,000 mail-in ballots that were corrupt. We've got to stop it. We have a country that has a very corrupt. We have more corrupt elections than third world countries have. And we ought to get smart. Pass the Save America Act. That'll be a long way. You have voter ID, voter identification. The Democrats don't want to pass. Now, I'll tell you what, the Democrat voters do want to pass, 87%. But the Democrat politicians don't want to pass. And the reason is they'd never be elected again. Because with their policy of open borders, transgender for everyone, I call it transgender mutilization of your children for everybody, men playing in women's sports, all of the stuff that they do, high taxes. They want a tax hike. They voted in favor of high taxes. They voted against a tax cut. They voted in favor of men playing in women's sports. I don't know what these people are thinking. The only way they can win is to cheat, and that's what they want to do. And we ought to pass the Save America Act. Yeah, please.
Yes, Mr. President. I have two questions for you. One of which is first about the ballroom and the second about Iran. First, I'm curious, what is the stone that you're going to be using? And I ask that for a reason, because I live in Stafford County, and you know a lot about history and stuff like that. So you know the stone that was quarried for the Capitol and the White House is from Stafford County. We still have quarries, so down there, just curious. Okay.
Mostly marbles and granite.
All right, excellent. And then my second question is, the Vice President mentioned the other day there would be accommodations, they were willing to make accommodations with the Iranian deal. Could you kind of expand on those possible accommodations? Does that include...
When you say combination of what?
Accommodations, he's talking about accommodations as far as making the deal going. Would that include proxies?
Right now we're negotiating, and we'll see. But either we're going to get it one way or the other. They're not going to have a nuclear weapon. You know, when people hear it, because oftentimes they won't put up the second part of the studies having to do with, I'll say, this is more important than anything that we have to talk about, and usually they'll cut it off the fake news. They say, because this is the nuclearization of a country that some people would say is somewhat crazy. And we cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all it is. We can't let it. You will have a nuclear war in the Middle East, and that war will come here. That war will go to Europe. We cannot let that happen, and it won't happen. It's not going to happen. That's more important than anything else. And we can't think. I can think of nothing that's more important than the fact that we cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon, and we won't. Yeah, Jeff.
Following up on that, Iran is negotiating with Oman to set up a formalization of charging tolls in the Strait of Hormuz. Is that acceptable to you?
Well, we're looking at it. We hear about it. They've negotiated. They've had a relationship with them before, and we'll see. We have total control of the Strait of Hormuz, as you know, with our blockade. The blockade's been 100% effective. Nobody's been able to get through. It's like a steel wall. It's our Navy. We have the greatest military anywhere in the world. We wiped out their Navy. We not wiped out their airplane. I think they're down to about, I would say we knocked out 85% of their missile capacity. It's very hard for them now to build missiles, to build drones. We have great drone technology, anti-drone technology now that frankly we didn't have even 2 months ago. We have unbelievable drone technology, both for making them and also for knocking them down. But look, we're going to either make sure they don't have a nuclear weapon, or we're going to have to do something very drastic. And the people of the country, I believe when it's put to the people of our country, they will all agree that we cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon.
Just one follow-up on that. How do you want things to end up with the Strait of Hormuz, though? Would you like them to have control of that?
We want it free. We don't want tolls. It's international. It's an international waterway. They're not charging tolls. Right now, they are losing $500 million a day is what it's projected. I don't know, it sounds like a lot of money, but whether it's 500 or 200 or 300, they're losing a lot of money. There hasn't been a ship that's been able to get through without our approval. And the Navy has done an amazing job. And no ship is going to Iran, as you know. No ship is going to, or out of Iran without our approval.
Can they keep their highly enriched uranium?
No. We get the highly enriched. We will get it. We don't need it. We don't want it. We'll probably destroy it after we get it, but we're not going to let them have it. Okay?
Mr. President, I have two questions. First, on deregulation, and second on the Supreme Court. You, coming from business, you seem to have unnecessary red tape. Business, do you believe that even without deregulatory action, taking along this, like a endangerment finding, cabinet standards, tax cuts, tariffs, do you believe that you make the United States the most pro-business, pro-investment country?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question, because we are, for every one new regulation that we add, we're getting rid of 20 to 30 to 40, and now it's actually at even a number. In my first term, for every regulation that was added, we got rid of a minimum of 10. And I understand, Lee, that it's up to 43 or 44 right now. So if we add a regulation, we get rid of 43, 44. We're making it a much more pro-business, pro-people. Regulations are very costly for the people. They're bad for everybody. They're bad for jobs, bad for everything. And we have, as of today, we have more people working in the United States than any time in the history of our country. To me, it's one of my favorite stats. But we have more people today working in the United States than at any time in the history. And this is with the Iran conflict. That'll end soon, very soon. and when it ends, your gasoline prices will go down lower than they were before. You know, I left Iowa a few months ago, and gasoline was at $1.85 a gallon. That's right. And we'll be hitting numbers like that again.
Mr. President, on the Supreme Court,
we'll be hitting them in a much nicer way, by the way. We will be hitting them, and we will have a country that will not have a nuclear weapon yet.
So why has today's executive
on the Supreme Court, sir, we're still waiting for the decision on birthright citizenship. You attended the oral arguments of that. Can you just explain what's at stake with that decision, sir?
It's a big decision that we're waiting for from the Supreme Court. We had a terrible tariff decision. They cost our country a fortune. They should do it a different way. We're doing it a different way, but we're going to most likely have to pay back $149 billion. All they had to do is put a little sentence in there, half a sentence, saying that any monies paid don't have to be paid back. You know, you're talking about the people in many cases that hate our country. Give them back money. It was a terrible decision. And it's not going to affect because we do the tariffs a different way. The tariffs are what's bringing in all of this money. It's really made our country rich, modernly rich. Now we have another one coming up, which is birthright citizenship. And we're the only country in the world that has it. You step into our country and you're all of a sudden a citizen. You come in a certain way. This was not meant for Chinese billionaires to have their children become citizens of our country. This was meant for other rich people, poor people. This was meant for the babies of slaves. This was signed right after the Civil War. You look at the dates alone, immediately after. This was having to do with the babies of slaves. And people have used it, and if this is allowed to stand, it will be a disaster economically for our country. And you'll have 25% of the people coming into our country coming in through birthright citizenship, and we won't have any control. This decision by the Supreme Court is a very big one. They'll probably rule against me because they seem to like doing that. Frankly,
this is entrapment.
I'm not happy with some of the decisions. Look at NIL. Look what they've done. Look what the courts have done to college sports. They're destroying college sports. They're destroying universities. But birthright citizenship's a big deal. And literally, if that's allowed to stand, and again, this was a civil war. This was right after the Civil War, and it has to do with the babies of slaves. It doesn't have to do with the babies of very rich people coming into the country. One of them came in with 57 children. 57 children. They're using the system, and it's usually people that hate our country, if you want to know the truth. Birthright citizenship, it's done by no other country in the world the way we're doing it. We're a laughing stock. And if the Supreme Court approves that decision, they have done a great disservice to the United States of America, just like they did a great disservice by costing us $149 billion on tariffs by saying do it a different way. Get the same result, do it a different way. We should have won that decision. We had a very strong, very powerful dissent. We had 3 dissents. So it wasn't like a unanimous decision by any means. We had very powerful dissents. When you read that dissent, people that read that dissent say, you really should have won this case. We should have won that case on tariffs. That case cost our country $149 million. It goes to people that hate our country. So now we have another one coming up, birthright citizenship. It would be a disgrace. It would be a disgrace if the Supreme Court of the United States allows that to happen. Remember what I said, 20 to 25% of the people coming into our country will come in through birthright citizenship. They'll become citizens through birthright citizenship, and it'll cost us numbers that are, I don't even think they're doable. And it's all up to a couple of people. And I hope they do what's right. Birthright citizenship is a disgrace. The fact that, look at the people that are bringing the suit. Study the people that are bringing the suit. These are not people that love our country, I can tell you that.
Mr. President, why has today's executive order on AI been postponed?
Because I didn't like certain aspects of it. I postponed it. I think it gets in the way of we're leading China, we're leading everybody, and I don't want to do anything that's going to get in the way of that lead. We have a very substantial on AI. It's causing tremendous good, and it's also bringing in a lot of jobs, tremendous numbers of jobs. Again, we have more people working right now than we've ever had. I really thought that could have been a blocker, and I want to make sure that it's not.
With President Xi last week, did you discuss AI safeguards? In China last week with President Xi, did you discuss AI safeguards?
No, I discussed it. And he acknowledges how well we're doing. We're doing well. He's doing, it's the two of us. The two countries are fighting for it. Other countries are way behind, way behind. They're fighting for it. They want it. Everybody wants it, but they're way behind. But I didn't want to do it. I postponed that meeting. It was a press conference. It was a signing, actually, because I didn't like what I was seeing.
Mr. President, a few moments ago, the Commission of Fine Arts approved your design for your art. Do you think the congressional